All right. Well, while we're doing that, I'll get us going and do a little recap because I know it's been a hot second. Um, so I have us on the world map at the moment, but you guys are currently at Oleg's. A fair amount happened last time, so we have a variety of areas of the map that you guys unlocked. Like you found a body over here that had some loot on it, like stuff tied up in a leather cloak. You fought spiders, monsters. You managed to find this lovely temple of the elk, which you cleared from what at first looked like this weird, insane bear guardian, but turned out to look like maybe an old man that was a guardian and been cursed here for many years, and you freed him from that burden by killing him.
And we were not left with a hook trophy head.
No, there was not a cool trophy head, unfortunately. He fully turned to dust.
What a
Um,
shame.
Along the way, this man Cornwall, who you guys had encountered before and had since been stalking you for the last I believe it was like 4 or 5 nights, basically tried to stick you guys up and rob you. And our friend Ludwig ended up getting bitten, and perhaps has contracted some lycanthropy. After some talk among the party, you are trying to live with this disease rather than cure it right away. You were able to salvage some wolfsbane from kind of the overhang of the cave where that bear was near like the healing pool. Additionally, there is a healing pool now over there if you ever want to visit the forest. And while you do not have to use it to cure yourself, wolfsbane does help give you like a bonus to maintain control as an afflicted werewolf. So basically, if you take it like right as you're turning for the first time, you will, make a save, get a bonus to it, so you aren't going crazy. Although it seems like between all the rope and various masterwork manacles you guys have collected, you're going to be pretty locked down during the experience. Additionally, there's a few other missions that have come up in addition to just trying to secure this area of the stolen lands for your future kingdom. Oleg is willing to give you guys like 1,000 gold pieces in credit with the trading post. If his wife's wedding ring's covered, the wedding ring not really worth that much, but worth a lot sentimentally. You guys were able to talk to the bandits you guys have captured, who are now kind of trying to be rehabilitated by you all, and they said that they had traded the ring to seem to be some kind of like shaman-esque person from the Kobold Soot Scale tribe, who you guys know is also Or with the Mites. That is kind of further south from where you guys have explored, kind of near this area, but a bit more south. Other missions that you guys have received, this lovely Keston Garrus, who is related to one of the noble families that you all have interacted with, one that our lovely Avon is quite familiar with. But he is, for some reason, hiding his origins. I believe, Avon, I don't think you knew exactly what was up, but you definitely thought like something was off with what he was doing. I think
Well,
it was
yeah, I
the
mean, if he's going by that name but doesn't want to claim the connection, it is odd.
yeah. So like you definitely know right off the bat that, like that's weird, but you couldn't quite figure out like is he hiding it because he's afraid, embarrassed, like what's the vibe here? But he is still living there, so plenty of time to figure it out. However, he did kind of contract you guys to find this Verizian man named Falgrim Sneeg, who robbed Garrus's group some months back, and he is trying to return him alive to Restov for punishment. Um, Basically, if you guys are able to bring him in alive, he will, talk to his benefactors, whoever they may be, and give you guys 4 masterwork weapons of your choice. If you deliver him dead, he said he'll give you at least 2 masterwork weapons. Apart from that, there's still, couple odds and ends of tasks around the stolen lands. You guys are still looking for those kobolds, maybe either helping the mites or fucking up the mites. Who knows? At the very least, the sword lords of Brevoy want the kobold activity under control by whatever means that you guys deem necessary. I think the only other thing on the bounty board that hadn't really been investigated is there's this creature called a Tatzel worm that has been kind of rampaging around. They're quite rare. And Oleg has promised a reward should you guys be able to deliver its head as a conversation piece.
Yeah, I want one too. So hopefully there'll be a couple of them.
Just, the crazy thing is they grow two heads. It's such a convenient monster. Um, in addition to
Speaking of
that,
which,
yeah, go
how
ahead.
do you mount a Hydra head?
I
That's a good
mean, I
question because
guess
I
you could
feel
just
like
harvest them, mass sale.
it's just someone wholesale selling Hydra heads. Like cut one off, burn the stump. Like, oh, here comes another one. A wicked business model for sure. Um, and then kind of the overall goal that you've been working towards is the most dangerous bandit of this bandit rife region at the moment is the Stag Lord. You guys have learned the location of his fort. You've learned a password to make his patrols let you through. You've learned about a secret entrance. And worryingly, that there's also a man in the basement who's locked up, but maybe pushing the Stag Lord around still. And you guys know that it is at the fork of the Skunk and Shrike River near Tuskwater, which is like a lake. And that's like all the way kind of right at the border of your territory, what has been kind of leased to you all to begin with. That was a lot of info dump because we haven't done it in a while. Is there any questions or anything you guys feel is pressing that I didn't touch on there?
No, just ready to get going against the mites.
Yeah.
All right.
And then that music's really loud again.
Music's loud? Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out if anyone has any advice on this. I don't have like a second machine to run the audio through right now, but I'm going to try to have two instances of Discord to try to have like one be just the sound bot. But it's a work in progress.
Cool.
Cats, get out of here. You got the grumblies. All right. In that case, we can, unless you guys have any business at Oleg's, we can start off on the world map.
Just the stuff I mentioned about getting him to order some things in.
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
And also silver weapons for now.
All right. So yeah, you guys would be able to talk with Oleg. Oh, sorry, one last thing. You guys did run into Jehod Kavkin, a priest of Aristil, who basically had a dream that to redeem himself, he needs to like clear out the temple that you guys already cleared, and he pretty much fell on his knees, prostrating himself, thanking you, and offered up his. I always want to say clerical services, but it makes it sound like paperwork. So his divine services, perhaps. But he's currently just like hanging around Oleg's, desperate to help in any way that he can. That being said, yeah. So, Avon, you wanted to ask Oleg for your items, and Ludwig, you're asking him for silver items. Anything? We'll start with a silver. Any items in particular there?
Arrows.
Yeah, arrows for now, and any basic weapons that the party can use once this full moon happens, because in case they need them.
All right. Yeah, he would be more than able to get you guys some sleeves. Like, how many you guys silver arrows? How many quivers do you need? I can usually get 24 to a quiver. Up to 50 if I get a big enough quiver. How many arrows are you looking for?
50.
50? All right, yeah, we'll get a large quiver in here. I'll put that order in. Should get here in a couple of days, hopefully. I got a convoy of traders leaving this morning to go back to the main country, so hopefully they can return pretty quick.
And cold iron.
Cold iron arrows as well.
Yep.
How many of those are you looking for? Another 50? Another large quiver? All right. And then you want a couple silver weapons. I could try to, get some alchemically silvered. Or what are we looking for? Some daggers, some short swords.
What does everyone else in the party use? It's a big question.
Let's see.
Grellin uses daggers.
Grellin's got daggers. Song, did you have I thought you had a dagger as a backup. I could be mistaken, though.
I do have a dagger as a backup, but I don't use it as often as my crossbow.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, he could get, if you want, he could try to, instead of a second dagger, get like a quiver of bolts, like silvered bolts, instead of in addition to the arrows.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna quiver a silver bolt.
All right, he's got like a quill out at this point, like making this big order. All right, silver arrows, silver bolts, silver dagger. Kind of looks at Ludwig's like club. He's like, don't. I mean,
I'm good on my end.
okay,
I
yeah.
just
I was
everyone
gonna
else needs
say, I don't
something.
know. Could get you a silver pole, I guess. um, and then sorry, remind me. What are the other items that Avon wanted? He wanted
Mithril chain shirt.
the mithril chain shirt as well. Yeah, it looks like, oh well, that's actually perfect. If I'm sending this away to the specialty sword lord smiths, might as well get some other special metals in there. That should be fine. He kind of like hollers over to some of the traders. He's like, "Are you guys back in like 2 days? What's the plan?" They're like, "Yep, we're just gonna do a quick return trip." One of them holds up like some broken bear traps. He's like, "We got to restock pretty quickly here." All right, sounds good enough. Well, gentlemen, I'll get that in for you. Hopefully not tomorrow morning, perhaps the morning after. Should be when they arrive. All right.
Can't afford it yet anyway.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's fair. So today, kind of your weather as you're journeying out. Nothing is impacting, visibility, no mists, rain, anything like that. It is a tad windier than normal. Mechanically, let me bring us over to our world map. Mechanically, what the wind will affect is if you are trying to, it's not a huge effect, there's not heavy wind. Basically, anyone using a crossbow or bow, if you're trying to hit something outside your first range increment, there'll be a penalty from the higher winds. But if you can get either into the forest or the swamps, that is negated because of the cover in there. This really only affects the like plains biomes and the hills over here, that like darker green. But all right, so where are you guys heading first here? Are you heading to try to find the mites first?
Yeah, but I'd like to stop there and there on the way to explore those hexes.
Okay. If you want to, we'll say kind of head through, the plains to this one
Wait,
first.
didn't we already explore this text?
No.
You briefly just like did a perception check, which is where you found that like that was the one. Remember had like that one big fucking tree in the plains, like the only landmark. And you guys dug it up and found those items wrapped in the thick leather cloak. All right.
Oh,
so
and we're bringing Bandit Ben as a scribe again.
Bandit Ben as a scribe. All right. Yeah, he's kind of like very. I mean, his mom taught him to write, but man, did he not really learn how to ride very well. He's like bouncing around in the saddle, fucking following you guys. But he's not gonna slow you down. Just is very evident that this is not his skill set. All right. So starting from Oleg's, it'll take you about 3 hours to cross that first hex there. And then I'd say, before dark, it says the day to explore. I usually take that to mean like an 8-hour day. So if you guys want to take the next 8 hours, probably about like 7, 8 in the evening by the time you guys are done.
Yeah, that's
perhaps
fair.
a bit earlier, actually. All right, so we're taking the time to fully explore that hex. While we're doing that, go ahead and you guys can give me either a perception or survival check. Again, it's been a little bit. Whoops, didn't mean to move that. The breakdown is kind of just like survival. You're looking at more natural things around the map. Perception, looking for like weird details. All right, what are we doing? First rolls of the game. Mishka is fucking bounding out by the horses, fucking ready to roll. All right, 9, 14. Oh yeah, go ahead. Right. Cool. So let's see. All right. As you guys are traveling around there, you'll be able to fully explore the hex. Um, this time it's actually Mishka is going to lead you guys to something here. Mishka kind of chasing the trail of a lot of like smaller rodents and like bats as well, ends up bringing you guys to this like rocky crag rising up from the hills. The crag's base is this overgrown 5 foot wide crack, which is where she kind of chased the animals down to. You guys can see that it leads down about 20 feet to a, it's like 30-foot diameter cave. The wall is pretty sparkly as you look around. If anyone wants to make an appraise or a knowledge dungeoneering check.
Hey, I can do one of those.
15 will do it on the appraise. Song, you look around, and you guys don't really have the equipment for this yet, but once you have started establishing your kingdom and building it up, this could be turned into a pretty healthy gold mine.
Yes.
Oh.
So I'll put a little like coin marker there so we don't forget. But yeah, you think this would be a, this is a pretty good vein of gold here. Like you'd be able to mine this for a decent amount of time.
That's great.
And then you guys, are you guys resting out here?
Yeah, I mean, if this is defensible in a good spot, we'll just stay here at the mine area.
Oh yeah, for sure. You think you could either like stay in the cave, or if you want to be outside, you got a whole cliff to your back. It's a pretty defensible position for sure.
Nice. Yeah, we'll stay there.
All right. Some stuff. With the additional. Sorry, two cats just ran in and out of the room. With the additional cover from the cave, you guys are no need to roll any perception checks. You make it through the night pretty safely there.
Right. Brand new day, everyone. How you feeling, Ludwig?
Bandit Ben at least is like, it's blowing my mind that we can mine gold from the ground over here.
And sorry, Jeff, did you ask me something?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I feel fine right now. No issues, I don't think.
Okay.
I think you would you definitely feel fully in control. There was probably a brief time last night where as the moon is, waxing full and getting close, you kind of your skin started to itch a little bit. And you probably had a difficult time. Like you did get your rest in the 8 hours, but it was definitely kind of a tossing and turning 8 hours.
Okay.
How is Nico responding to these changes?
Well, I don't want to take your dog's opinion, but I imagine at the very least he's probably, sniffing around you pretty interestedly. As you guys do get that, even afflicted werewolves get the wolf kinship thing. I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head all of a sudden, but
Wild empathy.
yeah, it's like wild empathy specifically for wolves.
Wolves, yes. Which I already have wild empathy anyways as a druid, so.
So you're just especially good with dogs.
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
he was already deeply, indebted and friends with you, but now he's kind of just sniffing excitedly, the vibes changing a bit in the air. All right, so let me actually adjust the gold mine. It's a little bit off there. Was actually pretty damn close to the eastern edge of that hex, so pretty much you can kind of just go right into the next one.
All right.
So let's say you guys set out at 7 a.m. or so.
Yep.
You'd still be early afternoon by the time you guys finish searching this one. I will save you guys some time. I mean, there's really nothing left besides that dead body on that hex, so I'm just gonna mark it explored. In terms of, if you're looking at, building stuff later, this is still one of the, mainly plains hexes, which can be nice for building flatter stuff to avoid the hilly regions. So there is that.
All right. Then, before the day ends, we'll head down to here and take a look and see what we see.
This one?
Down here?
All right. Cool. Let me just get my polygon reveal. You guys begin working your way across the hill lands here. Starting to reveal more of the river. You guys will know that this is the Shrike or Shriek River, depending on how you pronounce it. In this area, go ahead and give me a perception check as you're exploring.
Nice perception.
All right.
I knew I'd hit a negative one of these
Oh,
times.
okay. Well, there it is. That fucking negative one. Good lord. Okay.
Even the perceptive is not a name I'm going to have.
All right. Well, as you are looking around in this area, you start to see a bridge up ahead. If anyone wants to make a knowledge local check here, they for sure can. And I believe most of you guys remember that there was a crossing here known as Nettles Crossing.
Wasn't this place supposed to be haunted or something?
Yeah, this is
That's
the
what the rumor
haunted
said.
one for sure. If you want to make a, we'll say, if you want to make a knowledge local check, see if you've heard anything more from your time at Oleg, see if you can know any the stories about why this might be like a haunted location.
I don't have knowledge locally.
All right.
No, never do I.
I'll say if you guys want to make just a straight int check.
Yeah, our resident local knowledge person is out.
That's true. He's expanding his horizons in the cities.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this place is probably haunted. That's about what you got. Also, yeah, if you guys want to like approach the bridge here, I'd say you could also make like some perception checks. You can just search around. The bridge itself, like it looks. It's a rope bridge. The water here is kind of cut like not a super deep canyon, but a bit of a canyon. And with that in mind, the rope bridge across. First of all, with the 10 and 16, looks like the ropes are perhaps a little bit worn out, but they're not going to give away as long as you don't walk over every single horse like simultaneously. On the bridge.
There was a 29 perception there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking it was not 20. 29. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Ludwig, as you're looking around, you see that, like, make note of those ropes. You notice that the river, if you do fall in the river, it is pretty fast at that point. You would need to definitely make some swim checks, and it is quickly moving enough through the rapids that there's definitely like a danger of drowning here if you fell in. In addition to that, you look down at the rocks, and you swear you see a body down there. Looks like it's been there a while, pretty like bloated from the water, kind of resting on the rocks on your side of the bank.
Well, hey guys, kind of see. Looks like a body over here. Should we go? I mean, this place is supposed to be haunted, so I mean, should we go check it out?
Is there a way we can get down there?
There is. Also, this map has a broken bridge, but it is currently, that's like if you guys fuck it up, it is currently still crossable.
Okay.
That's just
right,
I guess the art looked cooler with broken bridges. So you guys would be approaching from this bank up here.
It's like down where the body is here.
Yes, it's kind of like right over here. You think you would need to make probably like a climb check to just like get down there safely.
Anybody have climb?
I can climb.
I am very unathletic.
And you don't have fly yet, huh?
Nope.
I can fly. I can get over there too. I mean, I do have wild shape now. I can turn into animals.
Oh, well, why don't we do that? I will stay up here and cover you, because I can shoot whatever comes.
All right.
Same here.
I'll drop like a little, body marker so you guys can tell what square it's on here. Do. God, oh my. I keep forgetting, like, all my body markers are way, like, too gruesome and unnecessary. There we go. This is pretty generic. Let's move that to... There we go.
Heck yeah, I love a generic corpse.
A bunch of them were just, like, exploded and, like, covered in acid. And it's like, no, it's just a bloated body. So you wanted to... So you're wild shaping into something to fly down there?
Well, how far down is it?
From the edge of the bank, from like the top where you guys are to the water line, not super far, about 15 to 20 feet. I'd say the point where he is about 15 feet.
Okay. I can probably climb down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a difficult climb check.
It's not super difficult. Like, there is one you make, but it is not like you're not climbing a sheer cliff or anything.
Well, let's give it a shot, see what I can do.
All right, go for it. Hell yeah. That'll do it. Okay.
There you go.
So you can kind of put yourself next to him wherever you would like. As you get close, the body doesn't move, but you hear a weird voice coming from it. It's like faces down, and you just hear, "Are you my tormentors? Come to tease me again. I am already dead. What more can you take?"
No, we're not your tormentors.
Hearing that, you see, I'm gonna bring his actual token onto here. You see the figure, like the bloated, kind of rotting body, does stand up. Make him a bit bigger on the water so we can all see. Basically, only clothes left. He's got a bit of pants on, and in his hands, he is clutching a ranseur. It's kind of like a trident if the two side points were like wickedly curved knives. Pretty brutal weapon. But saying that, he doesn't seem to be attacking. He just, wait. Go ahead.
I'm going to detect evil.
You would sense he's given off a not an exceptionally strong one, but there's definitely like a mild evil aura around him.
Like a standard undead?
Yeah. I think you would know enough as the paladin that you are. Pretty much just like a basic undead. Nothing like super powerful. But yeah, as you kind of do you do anything as recognize that, or do you want me to say his next thing?
I'm waiting for Ludwig to see what Ludwig's going to do, or if this guy's going to attack or something.
Okay. Well, as he stands, Ludwig, if you don't try to swing on him or anything, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
He's not posing his part right now, is he?
No. It looks like he's standing up, kind of deliberately, slowly. His ranseur is like he's holding it in one hand, but the blades are kind of pointed down toward the ground. As he stands up, his very milky dead eyes, they shouldn't really be able to see anything, but whatever force is animating him lets him see. It kind of looks just, "You're not my tormentors. Why don't you throw the Stag Lord's body into the river that I may look upon his death? Or you could join me instead and keep me company."
Well, we're actually on a mission to destroy the Stag Lord, if you must know.
You see his head tilts to the side. You kind of hear the vertebrae pop a little bit in his neck. Go ahead, give me a diplomacy check.
Yes.
That'll do.
I'm also going to make a diplomacy check.
He starts to growl. God damn it! I thought you were serious. With that diplomacy, you see he starts to growl, and he's like, "I can't wait that long for the company." He takes a step forward. That first one will hit. Flat-footed though, the other one's not gonna hit. Kind of like sails into the water. It's a weird angle, you know. You're shooting down a riverbank.
Yeah.
But that first one absolutely connects.
Ooh,
These are just regular
higher
arrows
ground.
at this point. Or, yeah, you do get the +1 from higher ground. With the 12, actually, I'm going to check. 12 still won't hit the flat-footed.
All right.
A lot of it is just, like, not armor, but just an undead body that's very unfeeling. Like, it might stick into him, which is not really affecting him.
Sure.
But that first one absolutely does connect. So, no magic on these arrows at the moment, correct?
Correct.
All right. Still seems to do, does what it's supposed to do. All right. If that is the case, let's go ahead and roll into initiative. Don't roll yet. Let me give you a chance to clear the order. Let's see. Sorry, because this is from the last map you guys were on. All right. Cool. Go ahead.
Nat 1, love it.
All right, and let's add this guy in. There we go. 16. All right, cool beans. Avon, that is you.
All right, I will attempt the same thing again.
So same thing as before. One hit, one miss. The other one kind of splashes into the water next to him. But these do seem to be, hammering him for a decent amount of damage. He is not at bloodied yet, though.
Okay.
Whatever he is, perhaps a little thicker than like a regular zombie might be that you've heard about. Do we want to 5-foot step anywhere? Or you feel good where you're at?
Oh, can he hit me with his?
He does have reach, and he can choke up on it, so he can do adjacent and 10 feet away. But despite the visual grid here, you are like 15 feet away. So you're outside.
I'm happy where I'm at.
He could maybe throw it at you, but he would have no weapon after that. All right. Nico.
This square here, is there a bottom to... Can I get to the bottom or no?
Yeah, you'd be able to be like under the bridge, mechanically. He would just need to make a like climb check to just not slide into the river.
What about... Can I attempt that?
So, acrobatics?
Yeah.
I'll say yeah. You can try to like, be him like kind of jumping from each patch of like rock and solid ground instead of the erosion. That'll do. Yeah, you can get him down behind there.
Excellent. And we will.
All right. Unfortunately, he does kind of spin around like out of the way.
So good.
Okay. And now switching us over to a bit more of a battle music instead. Okay. So my computer just freaked out for a hot second. He is going to he's going to go over to Ludwig here. Ludwig, he's going to go over with a swing of the Ranseur. And as he does, he's going to take a 5-foot step. You see his feet touch on the turbulent surface of the water, and he remains standing on it.
Ooh.
Ooh, neat trick.
All right, that is going to be a... Oh, that's pretty high. 26, I imagine, hits.
Oh, yeah.
All right. In that case... yeah, Jesus moment. The Ranseur kind of like... He stabs you with a spear part, and as he rakes it upward, the blades on the sides cut into you. That is going to be 11 damage as it cuts into you. Additionally, you see that he takes a moment to pull one of Avon's arrows out of his chest, and the hole starts to reseal itself. Not quite all the way, but a little bit. But that brings us to Ludwig.
We'll spend a standard action to wild shape into a bear.
A bear? Hell yeah. Um, you kind of bend over. There's a brief worry that like, oh shit, is this the moment? However, you do turn into a big old grizzly. I don't have a god that bear. This will be a temp bear for now, but it is not very intimidating.
It's all good.
We'll find some cooler ones. All right. Yeah, you kind of are you large size now?
No, medium
Okay.
size for now.
Still you gain a bit of height and you go up on your hind legs. Is your standard action anything else you can do this turn?
No, that's it.
All right. In that case, Song, that is you.
Alright, I'm assuming that this person has a mind, or this thing has a mind, so I'm gonna use ear-piercing scream.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's like I don't think ear piercing scream is something that undead are immune to. Okay. What is it again? It's a fortitude
It
save?
is a fortitude save, yes.
Alright, that is a nat 20, so he will save. But I believe he still takes
What a shame.
half.
Yep, he still takes 2 whole damage.
Isn't it? Aren't you at 2d6 now? Or is that,
Yes,
is that
was
2d6? Okay.
2d6.
Never
Yeah, I
mind.
roll a 3 and a 2.
Alright. You see a bit of like water kind of dribbles out of his ear, like as if he had swimmer's ear, but doesn't seem to do a lot.
And then, so he's gonna take a 5 step.
Alright, yeah, you can take a 5-foot step. Alright. Arch away, Paladin. What's the move here?
All right, another full attack.
15 and 16 this time. Both of those will hit this time. Ooh,
Yes.
max damage on both. Seems like he is still, gradually healing himself, but between those two, he goes from above bloodied to like near death's door in 2 shots. It's just, thump, thump. They kind of one takes him through the head, the other takes him through where the heart would be, and whatever forces are animating him, he starts to kind of lurch drunkenly around as if he can't quite maintain his presence.
Yes, we've almost got him.
And that is Nico now.
Let me
Tear him
look.
up.
Oh yeah, sorry, Nico. Yes. 5 step here.
All right. Go for it.
Come on. Yeah. There we go.
All right, that will hit him. And with that damage, Nico kind of latches on, brings him to the ground, and just savages his chest. And this guy, as the last, bit of damage fades away, he, including his Ransour, melt into the water. And we are out of combat.
He just faded away, huh?
He did indeed.
Man,
if anyone
that's the
wants
second
to,
thing in a row that just faded away.
Yeah, if anyone wants to, you can make a religion check.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we're not going to recruit somebody, we may need to change a character to get some more.
Yeah, sorry.
knowledge
I
skills.
thought I even had that one, but
Nope.
I mean, if you want, maybe Ben the Bandit takes the NPC level in Specialist and starts learning knowledges. Just becomes a full on like he literally just is like the fucking scribe secretary.
Yeah, then we'll use his clerical services.
Yeah, with quite literally his clerical service. I mean, you could always, this is a bit of a mystery. You could ask Jahod once you get back. See if he has
That's
any
true.
insight on like what the fuck this dude's deal is. That being said, though, it seems like, this guy has faded away. And the bridge is, hasn't collapsed. You guys know how to make it not collapse. And you are able to continue searching that area. Cool. Bring us back to the overworld. All right.
Is there any kind of dwelling or anything here?
It looks like it was just the bridge. If you guys want to make a, let's see, it's about 3 in the afternoon. No, that would be about 2 in the afternoon is what I wrote down. Um, you guys could still, just if you want to search into the night, you could explore this hex and try to look around the riverbanks as well, see if anything crops up. But it does appear that, at least where this battle took place, there was not any significant dwelling.
Is this
Right.
the night where,
This will be the night where he turns, yes.
I don't think it'd be the best to go into the night. I think we should prepare across the river.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Alright.
kind of agree with that.
Cool. All right. Well, you guys tell me. How do you prepare?
I don't know. I haven't done this before. Do we boil water?
Um,
That was really good.
well, I think first things first, manacles.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume like double manacle is probably the plan.
Probably, yeah.
I'll bring us back
Maybe
over. We
time
can
to-
camp on the bank of this river, if that's where you guys
Maybe
choose to.
time to big tree.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
we
wall over here. On the other side, there's a wall.
Yeah, there is a. It looks like there's the remains of maybe it used to be like a watchtower that has crumbled away, but there are still like bits of wall there that are pretty solid. If you guys want to one by one
Yeah.
cross the river, you can do that safely. Mechanically, sorry, the nat 20 earlier, you don't have to do it one by one, but basically no more than like 2 can be on the bridge at once with horses. If it's without horses, it goes down. It goes up a bit. Like you can do 4, but horses do be weighing a lot. All right, let me bring over Ben the Bandit to the camp as well. All right, so manacled and fettered as well. And are you tying him to the wall? Do you have rope?
Yeah, we do have rope.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Hopefully, where he, in a way that he can't chew through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down more like by his waist.
I imagine you would be able to like kind of tie like behind his waist, a place where he can't really bite.
All right, and then we'll make dinner and prepare camp.
All right, you guys begin making camp.
He's sitting there going, "Well, why did you tie me up already? Could have done it after we made camp."
Ben the Bandit has to like feed you.
It's totally okay. I'm fully okay with this.
All right,
All right.
and then
With
we
that as
wait.
the case, night begins to fall. The moon peeks out from behind the clouds. The sun is gone. The moon looms big in the sky, tinted, ever so slightly yellow over the stolen lands. Ludwig, your body begins to change. You feel bones elongating. Feels like muscle fibers kind of tear and re-knit themselves around your figure as you grow. The moonlight seems to be the brightest you've ever seen it. Brighter than even the sun in full daylight. Before the full transformation begins, whichever one of you wants to, can pour the special Wolfsbane elixir that Boken the Alchemist prepared into his mouth?
That's not my job. I'm covering him.
All right, yeah, you got your bow drawn on him. Ben kind of looks at Song, hopefully.
Song will prepare a shocking grasp in one hand, but with the other, go up and pour the wolfsbane into his mouth.
Ben looks like deeply relieved. All right. I will say Ben probably does at the very least. Like, he's like, can any of you guys give me at least like a dagger or something?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
Song hands Ben the dagger.
He like goes almost like full prone behind this wall over here, just like getting ready in case he needs to rumble. All All right. Cool. So as you drink this, it's gonna give you a save here. The first time you turn, tis very difficult to resist the transformation itself. But go ahead and to maintain control here, first of all, make a will save. That potion is giving you currently a +4, Ludwig.
Ooh, +4.
Hell, I have it prepared. Might as well cast Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth? Okay. A brief glowing circle expands out from you. This is before the full shift has happened. You can just accept that you get that spell or not, Ludwig. Like, if you, accept the Zone of Truth. Oh, 18 on the die. All right. Absolutely, you are going to make that save. As you are shifting, now go ahead and make a Constitution check. Oh, smashing it. All right. You managed to, kind of a risk that runs in the lore is that you would go like full wolf mode, which might make bonds a little bit easier to slip. You do transform, as it is your very first full moon, but you manage to kind of halt it in this hybrid form. With those two rolls, you are currently in control as you shift into this new bestial form, kind of bit of a darker gray, and all on Nico, there is a touch of black hair running down the center of your spine in relation to his fur. You see Nico looks over at you, lets out this piercing howl. What do you do? What do you say?
I'll howl back at Nico first off.
All right, you let out the howl. So
Yep.
Boo. Nico appears to be wagging his tail. Song and Avon, you guys kind of have these, defensive measures ready. But at least his wolf companion seems pretty pleased with the situation.
So, hey, bud, how you doing?
He just oddly stare at you, but not making any aggressive movements towards you.
All right, kind of tilt your head looking at him, but no aggressive moves are taken. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Can werewolves speak in hybrid form?
Am I hybrid or wolf form?
You stopped at hybrid. You were able to basically resist going full wolf in this. It was kind of impossible to completely stop yourself changing on this very first night, but you kept it at hybrid, so you are able to. I believe you maintain any languages you know as human form.
Yeah, I do. Yes. So I'm pretty sure I'm in control.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you are to you.
Yeah,
And as you say that, Song, I would say, with Zone of Truth, kind of the way I usually rule it is, if someone has purposefully allowed themselves to fail, you can tell that they have failed the test. So he is, that he's telling the truth. He thinks he's in control. At least this is the truth that he believes right now.
All right.
Well, I don't know anything about this. Is there any chance that he could lose control later on?
I'd say
that was in character to the rest of the group.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were asking me.
Could I make an Arcana roll or something?
I'd say yeah, you can make an Arcana roll. I almost said occultism, but that's fucking 2E.
29.
You think he's not gonna need to, he's not gonna lose control at this point, unless something really dramatic happens, if he extremely took a ton of damage at once, might be enough to trigger him having to make another save. You think short of some pretty brutal situations, he has control and should be able to hold it for the duration of this shift.
All right. Well, I'm personally fine unbinding him. What about you, Avon?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm personally fine unbinding him. What about you?
All right. I mean, it is a grand experiment, possibly fatal, but that's what he wants.
Ben is like, you guys are doing that part, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay, good.
Song will start working on untying the rope.
And Avon will undo the manacles.
It's like, big, sizable iron key unlocks both of them. Probably one key for each manacle. They're probably specific to each, I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right. It's nighttime and you are fully okay. You've maintained control. You kind of like, lift your head to the breeze. The whole, world looks brighter as you, can see out in the night. Everything seems to be kind of cast in these shades of silver and gray. You sniff the air and get a sense of what Nico smells on the winds.
Yeah, I was actually about to do the whole lift up and smell.
Oh yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, so basically lift my nose up and take a deep breath. Just kind of breathe it all in.
Give me just for the fun. Give me a perception check as you smell the air in this hex.
Yes, let me see if I get anything different with.
I think you gain scent. I don't think there's a numerical bonus that changes though.
Yeah, I do gain scent. Yes, I get scent.
On perception checks to do with smell, you do get a +4.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Where? Oh, I scrolled down. Okay, yeah. Well, this will be about this is about smell specifically. What I have in mind.
Perception. That's without the +4.
Nice, good roll. You smell. First of all, you smell like the running waters of the river. You smell like prey animals, scuttling around in the underbrush. Rodents, bigger game, things like that. You know how to track them. As you kind of smell around, you are able to gain a couple distinct smells here on the wind. First of all, there is this sooty, ashy, burnt scent coming about pretty much straight diagonal southwest of you is where this smell is coming from, farther down the river. You guys also know from your maps, it seems to be the direction of where you have been told the soot scale caverns were. So your nose, you kind of oh, okay, yeah, you're pinning down which direction to travel in. The other smell you're going to get there is, you're not really sure exactly what it is, but kind of this old moldering smell, decaying leaves, the scent of tilled, overturned earth. That's coming from about due west of you. But in terms of what's near the rest of this, where you guys are making camp for the night, seems pretty safe right now. I don't smell any intruders.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll explain my smell to everyone else.
Well, I guess
Mishka nods in agreement.
good
I'm
luck.
just thinking Mishka nods very sagely, just a dog. Yes, of course.
Good luck sleeping in that form. I'm going to turn in for tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sleep too, but it's probably not going to go that well.
He has a bit of a nervous night's sleep. I think, Ludwig, you might you spent a little bit probably, just kind of patrolling the area outside these old wooden walls, getting acquainted with the nature and just your new form. Nico happily trotting along at your side. As you're doing that, I'd say since it's over, the next little bit before you actually do go get some rest, you can tell it's very faint. Like there's none nearby. This is definitely like an older scent that has been in the area for a while, but has probably moved on. You do catch whiffs on the wind. At first, you're like, oh, it kind of smells like Nico smells, who's running next to me right now. You kind of narrow it down. It smells a bit more like the scent coming off you right now. It's out on that nice roll. You're pretty confident that not near you, but at the very least, this kind of confirms what you feared about the other vampire that bit you, Cornwall, that there is werewolves. There are other ones in the region. Although at the moment it seems they're probably pretty distant, haven't been here in a while.
Okay.
That is a confirmation that they do exist. It was kind of up in the air. Yeah, a vampire werewolf, terrifying. All right, cool beans. You have this great time going around, exploring your new powers. But are still able to get the full night's rest that you need. And the following morning, the full moon has passed, and you managed to see it out safely. So well done.
Hey, we're not dead.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't hurt anyone.
Honestly, what a surprise.
You look over, and it looks like Ben, the bandit, fell asleep with just just clutching the dagger in his fist just while he slept.
So is it any different than when you use your wild shape ability?
So in wild shape you get to do automatically. If he wants to go full hybrid, he does have to make a constitution check.
It's more of a question for Ludwig.
Oh, sorry.
If it feels any different.
You're saying out of character.
I don't know if I can do it on at will. That was my first night.
Did it feel the same or different?
It felt different, but oddly close to the same. It's hard to describe how that felt to someone that never experienced change into a new form.
Well, I'm sure that's true. So it was mostly the same, but also somewhat different.
Yeah. more natural than wild shaping, oddly enough.
That's a good way to describe it. I like that. All right. So, yeah. Following morning. Actually, sorry. Before we get entirely to the morning, first order of business was probably discussing with him in the morning. However, during the night, my friend Song, go ahead and I'm gonna need you to make a will save.
Oh, will save. All right.
While you're sleeping.
There you are, nat 20.
All right. Nothing happens as you rest. You do wake up with a sense that you feel a bit unsettled. But nothing bad has happened to you. Werewolf is the Whole Foods of wild shapes. Outstanding. All right. Well, but with those scent checks last night, and then knowledge you guys have spent. God, I believe it's about 2.5 weeks since you guys have entered this region. You guys have a pretty good idea of where the next two places are. So, pretty positive.
We're supposed to be heading to the mites, right?
Yes. So you guys were over here by the bridge.
Yeah, if the soot scales are down here, then wouldn't the mites be over here?
It's between the smells and stuff, that is what it seems. Because you knew that they were both kind of in this direction, but now you're pretty positive with that smell that it's the soot scales who are farther south.
And so the mites should be here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It seems like.
Well, let's finish exploring this hex.
Yeah, you guys got time. It's still the morning. All right. So
I am preparing more combat heavy spells today, so
understandable.
just so y'all know.
Right. So we got our fully explored hex over here. And then you guys are heading due west.
So we didn't find anything in particular with that burnt area. It would be outside of this hex.
The say that again. The which area?
You smelled something burnt.
You would think that that's probably like the soot scales.
Okay.
Judging from the direction and just not quite sure why they're called that exactly, but I mean the last ones you found were quite literally covered in like soot and ash and stuff. All right. So, you guys are making your way to the west here. Need to do. Shit, it's awful. All right. So, looming over the hills in the northern lands, the northern Kame lands, a graying hulk of a sycamore tree clings precariously to its last years of life. You guys know they're supposed to be below the sycamore tree. This, as you approach, it was harder to see from a distance in the plains through the rolling hills. But you can see now the tree in this little valley before you must be around 80 to 100 feet tall. And I'm going to bring you guys over to that map in just a second.
How unusual is a sycamore of that size?
You know, that's a damn good question. I don't actually know in real life how big sycamores get. It says in this book that that's very significant size, but how big is a real sycamore?
Well, it depends on the type of sycamore. Like, pretty sure the biggest ones can get up to around 80 feet normally.
So on average, it's like a North American sycamore. Grows to 70 to 100 feet tall. So I guess just like on the like extreme high end of the spectrum. Big enough that it's definitely like, recognizable as like, oh, this is, a little unusual. All right. Bring us over to the map. And this is something you guys don't need to search because it is so big in the valley of this hex. So I'm going to reveal a bit here. This is kind of the profile view of what you are looking at. So just this giant, it's like almost, 100 feet tall, still probably about like 50 to 60 feet around as you look. As you approach, everyone go ahead and make a perception check, kind of approaching from, this side on the grass. You know there's a cave somewhere around here, it would seem. Song and Ludwig, kind of following Mishka's scent trail, like she's sniffing around. You three together spot this hidden entrance among the tree roots. Looks to be at first just like a gap in the roots, and then you see it's almost like perhaps via some sort of magic or just careful tending of the tree, the roots have been like grown to line this shaft that drops about 10 feet down, seemingly deeper into the ground here. The climb, it is pretty like a vertical drop. That being said, because of the roots that are kind of, securing it here, it is a pretty low amount of difficulty to go down.
Well, I don't like the idea of just dropping into such a confined space. But
yeah, that's definitely how you get poked by mites.
Yeah.
I don't imagine we can get them to just all come out and fight us, can we?
Probably not.
How tight is it?
How size? It's honestly, despite mites being small sized creature, it can accommodate a medium sized creature. It's pretty big.
All right, good. Ludwig first, me second. Right. Song last.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll head in.
All right, so I'm gonna this is an interesting map because I'm gonna be like revealing vertical shit and also like top down shit. So as you guys start climbing down the pit, whoever's taking first there can go ahead and make a climb check. You are able to tell that down here seems to be lit with some sort of like glowing lichen. Not enough to be like actual brightness, but it is dim light down here. Ludwig, you make it down. You kind of see from the picture that the tunnel begins to slope off in two different directions. Both seem to be going, farther deep into the cave. I would say if you want, you can try to like stealthily call back up here. I know the picture isn't perfectly to scale, but that's how they drew it.
Yeah.
Whoever was measuring that.
Can I get to either side of the, like, how big's that ledge?
From that drop there, basically once you climb down that ledge, it is all still, covered in roots. It is about another 10-foot drop to either side.
No, but how wide is it?
Well, how wide is it? Pretty wide. So, go ahead and give me a perception check. It is dim light, so it is a little bit difficult to see here. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. So you can't quite see the end of the room on the right. So looking to the left, you can see there's a smaller room, perhaps about 15 feet or so across, pretty small, that platform, before going deeper again. The tunnel kind of drops down again. To the right, you can't see all the way to the end of the tunnel, but you would estimate just based on what you can see from here, at least over 30 foot in length. With perception checks on those two rooms, to the left, you hear it sounds like two voices like quietly giggling and be like, shh, hide. And with the dim light in here, with that check, you can kind of see that like there's a bunch of weird devices around the room. It looks like some sort of like fucked up workshop where instead of like, wood or metal, there are parts being made of like bone and root. As for the one on the right, the kind of longer room here, you can see that it looks like there are several like trenches carved into the floor. Not super deep, like perhaps up to, the top of your boot if you stepped in them. And each of them is trickling some sort of like putrid looking fluid. Like even though it's dim, you can tell this is not clear water, whatever's going in the trenches.
What's going on down there? Should we come down?
What's up?
I don't have a torch or anything.
I can cast light on like a twig and toss it down to you.
Yeah, you can grab like a twig or a pebble or something, toss it down to him.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wild shape into a bear as you're doing that.
Okay. The light kind of boom blooms out. It's a 20-foot radius, right, from right there?
Yep.
So
20-foot
it's
radius
lighting.
of bright, then 20-foot radius of dim.
Okay, so it's kind of lighting up this smaller room at least, and then like parts of the next room as you turn into a bear. As you are in the bear form with that light, I'm gonna start revealing a bit more of like the rooms here.
I'm going to encourage Nico to go down after him.
You encourage Nico to go down after him. All
Yeah,
right.
Nico will probably follow.
Okay, so these rooms for the map. So the top one there, that's the room on the left. That's smaller. The one on the right is the one with the trenches. This bigger one.
And then just like in my mind's eye, like there's the platform like here-ish, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have Nico get down there now.
All right, go ahead and make another climb check or acrobatics if you're trying to like get root to root.
Yeah.
That'll do. It's pretty low DC to get down these tunnels, so you're both kind of at this joint. With the light there, now that it's lit up, go ahead and give me another perception check. Okay. Starting in the left room, you are able to see kind of hiding behind some of the devices. There are two mites crouched there, kind of like little blue goblins, essentially. In the other room, you are able to see there is a couple things there. The first looks like, despite the light, hasn't really turned around. They seem pretty focused on their task. There's a mite going to these weird little brown bundles in and around the trenches. Also, it looks like she is kind of rubbing the heads of several creatures scurrying around her. I'll make a bigger image, and I'll put their token on. But you see that there are 3 of like this creature scurrying around her.
Big centipede.
Big centipede indeed. Looks like there are about 3 around her. Alright, 14 on the knowledge nature. You wouldn't be able to say this anymore since you're in bear form, verbally, but you would know on a 14. I'm going to make these bigger so you guys can see kind of their true size. They are curled around the room. They are all huge size. You can see some of them are like peeking out of the shadow of the other room. One's in this little alcove, and one is kind of right below your light. These are giant whiptail centipedes. They're huge-sized vermin. As vermin, they have kind of all the typical vermin things. They don't have any intelligence. Literally, their intelligence is a dash. So they can't be affected by like mind stuff or things like that. Despite being so big, due to their subterranean nature, they are very good at squeezing through smaller spaces. In addition to their bite, which you would know is poisonous, don't really know what degree the poison is on a 14, you know that, as their name suggests, they're able to whip people with those giant appendages at the end of their tail. Sorry, excuse me. And that their reach is like even longer with the whiptail. So, what you guys doing? So we got like centipedes.
Where can I shoot?
Where can you shoot? Is that what you said?
Yep. I just need a clear shot at something.
Mechanically, if you... I assume you're asking in character, but mechanically out of character. If you are standing on that middle ground, you would be able to kind of shoot to either side.
All right. Is anyone standing there?
At the moment, just the bear. and
All
Nico.
right. So I shoo them off.
All right, we're gonna say for I'll draw a little square so you can kind of see what you're working with space wise on that section. Let me just reveal a bit of the blank dirt. We can use that. The kind of weird uneven platform you're on is about 4x4 approximately. So you can be anywhere in this square with Avon, and basically, left leads to this room, right side leads to the bigger room. So
So,
you'd be able to shoot like towards one room, but not both at once, if that makes sense.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys dropped out. I'm gonna say as all of you are there now, go ahead and give me. We're gonna make a group stealth check. It seems like at least these ones were like ready in this room, and they're hiding. And Ludwig, you kind of caught them hiding and giggling on purpose. But the centipede tender hadn't really seen anything yet, so we're gonna roll perception for them. You guys need a majority of successes. Look what we got so far. We got a 14, 11, 18, 15. Are you bringing Mishka down in here or leaving Mishka up top?
Nope.
Okay.
He stays up top.
That's fine. He's up top. Then that is actually going to be extremely close. She got a 13. So that is a majority of successes. So as of yet, you guys haven't been rumbled. Most of the light is kind of like blending a little bit with the dim light from the lichen. So you've not been spotted. What's the move? You got these two, both not ideal rooms to go into.
Well, let's start with these two.
All right, roger that. Cool. So mechanically, they are both they do have cover right now as they're hiding behind some of their weird device stuff. What's the move? Are you trying to shoot one of them? Are you trying to go down there?
Well, I want to shoot them, but we should probably do initiative.
Yeah. For them, yes. If you're targeting the leftmost room, it will be initiative because they do know that you're there. Let me clear this out. All right, cool beans. Go ahead and roll yourselves in. I'll add in our mites. Okay.
Oh, just wonderful initiatives all around.
Yeah.
Outstanding moves.
I gotta be right back 1 second. Try to close some windows.
Okay, go for it. All right. So they're real dumb and don't know that they've been rumbled yet. I'm gonna kind of give a better description now of the room as we're getting ready to go into it. There are these three like crude wooden workbenches occupying the center of the room. That's what they're hiding behind. The tops are strewn with various tiny sized tools, little bone and stone tools, blocks of wood, that kind of thing. You realize as you're kind of scanning the top there, they take their turn. One of them is going to assemble it. One of them is going to fire. They knock one of the tables to the side, strap some stuff to it, and you realize that the table is a tiny catapult made of bone and branches. They're going to one of them, sets it up. The other one pulls it back, loads a weird handful of something, and thump, fires it towards you guys. All right. So let me roll this. Okay. This is going to be a 18 to hit Bear Ludwig. If you're back. And I know he's shutting his windows. While he's doing that, additionally, I'll make a mark of it. As they kind of sail towards you into the light, you realize it looks like they've loaded the bucket of this catapult with a bunch of looks like weird bone caltrops. And that is going to make a 10-foot area of difficult terrain. Additionally, if you move through it, you'll have to make a save or take some more damage.
Sorry, what happened?
They basically knocked a table over, turned it into this crazy mini bone catapult, and threw a bunch of caltrops at you. It was an 18 hit, though. I don't think that hits Ludwig. Or as a bear. Yeah, that was my question, I guess. I don't know what bear Ludwig's AC is.
13, actually. It's lower.
Oh, okay. In that case, you're going to take 3 damage.
Okay.
Not super effectual, this catapult. In addition, basically the square, those 4 squares, Nico, Ludwig, and the 2 in front of them, are difficult terrain, and if you move through them, you have to make a save to avoid damage. After that, they kind of just hunker back down behind a work table to get some cover. Song, that is you.
Alright, so is the difficult terrain in effect, or is that just what they loaded in for next round?
No, that isn't it. That's where the bucket of caltrops kind of spread out on the floor.
I see. Well, Song will take a 5-foot step, load her crossbow, and shoot it at this goblin here.
All right, go for it. Kind of pull back the crossbow.
That would be a 15 to hit because of the height advantage.
A 15. Due to their cover, that is going to miss. Kind of just thuds into the... I say table. It's a bit of a stretch. It's not the most competent race. It's more like a slab of wood with very poorly nailed branches at the bottom for legs. All right. Anything else, or tossing it over to Ludwig?
That's my turn.
Hell yeah. Ludwig. Whoops. Sorry, roll 20's lagging there. There we go.
And how far can you get down there normally, or how does that work?
It is a 10-foot drop. You can either make a climb check, or just jump down and take the 1d6, or you can make an acrobatics check to try to negate that as you fall. But I don't know how acrobatic bears are.
I'll try to climb that.
That'll do kind of like, low grumbling noises from the bear. You manage to climb your way down to that floor. So basically you can put yourself kind of on this bit over here.
Yeah. And I can still go and attack.
Let's see, that was 10 feet. Unless you have a climb speed, you climb at half speed. So that would have been 20 of your movement. You still have 10 left.
Oh, right there.
So you're actually it's a very small room. You kind of loom over the table as they start jabbering away. This time, does anyone speak Undercommon? In the party? I don't think anyone does. Okay, well, they're jabbering away in like some sort of dialect. They don't it's a little similar to Common, but you don't quite understand.
Some stupid evil language.
Like that. Okay. Ludwig, what bear shenanigans?
Now I do have, in my bear form, I have 3 attacks. I have bite and 2 claws. How does that work now?
If you moved, you make 1. Do bears have pounce? Even if they did, you'd have had to make a charge action.
Right, I don't have pounce, no.
Okay, in that case, it would just be one of them. But you can full round attack with all your natural attacks.
Right, okay, I thought so, yeah. So we'll do the 2 claws then.
Okay. Well, it would just be, I think, 1 claw.
Oh no!
I guess
you get 1 attack.
Yeah, it would be 1 claw.
It's claws times 2, is what it says.
Right, but those are still 2 attacks.
Yeah,
mechanically, when you have a single attack, you want to use your main one, your bite.
Yeah, mechanically, it is that is how they're written. It writes it out, but it is 1 bite, 1 claw, 1 claw. So you'd only be able to make 1 of the 3. If you want to, say it was the bite instead, you totally can. because this is
Okay, just
fresh
curious
territory.
because it's showing on my Hero Lab sheet claw times 2.
Yeah, you have
Usually
2
that's
claw
how it
attacks.
writes it in. I had the same thing
Okay.
for my shifter in Hero Lab. That is how it writes it, which is confusing.
Okay, no problem.
I
No
will admit,
problem.
I made the exact same. That's exactly how I thought it worked for my shifter during my friend's one shot.
So we just like that.
I've been there. That will absolutely hit though. Okay. Despite the fact that your teeth are just regular teeth, you feel there's a bit of resistance from their blue skin, and then you just full bite the side of this thing's head off. It is dead.
Right then.
Not the most healthy creatures. All right. You guys hear like crunch. The other one just like screams. All right. So, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead with Nico. Do you want to move him in?
Yeah. So we'll do the acrobatics. Try to get down there this time.
Okay, though, yeah, basically you can jump down and, negate any fall damage there. So 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, he would have enough. He's a fucking wolf. He has enough speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other one. That one is literally the difference. This one is barely alive.
We'll try to trip.
Let me double check their CMD. Yeah, it's prone. Kind of not even grabbing its legs like you normally do with these trip attempts. Fully just teeth wrapped around this thing's torso. It is about a foot tall. It just flips it in the air, lands flat on its back. It is prone. Avon, that is you.
Guys, I want to fire at this one.
Yeah, I will say, after that bite, you do hear from the screams. Avon, you can hear the other one is like chattering away in the other room now.
Yeah, I know how to stop that.
Okay, that's gonna be.
Do I need to move somewhere?
Where you, no. Basically, the dividing line is like the right half of this big purple square can shoot the right room, left half shoots left room. Ooh,
All
also,
right,
sorry, Nico
chill.
and Ludwig, go ahead and make an additional acrobatics check to move through those caltrops to avoid the damage, because you did have to go through them.
Yes.
That is a success. And one for Ludwig. So, okay, so Ludwig, you will take 3 piercing damage. And then, sorry, go ahead and make your shots. You're trying to shoot at the one over here.
Yep.
As you whirl around and shoot her, you can see it looks like she is kind of chattering and pointing at you as the scorpions like look around up at you guys. That being said, midpoint, the first arrow just doesn't lodge in her forehead, just goes through and through, in the front, out the back. She drops.
That's for Sasha.
That is gonna be the remaining one.
The 17. Do I can move over to?
Oh yeah, sorry, you can move it over to one of the whiptails on a second shot. 17. I know they have the chitin. 17 will get through that. Which one are you shooting? It was like 2 in the front.
Closest.
1... Okay, cool. That is a hit. Was it 4? Okay. Got it. Okay, so that one, it does kind of lodge in one of like the weird centipede segments, but it doesn't look too concerned about it.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to the one that is alive with a bear and a wolf. Ugh. He in a bad shape. Cool. So it is going to do a last ditch attempt here. It's going to try to cast something defensively. Actually, is this a supernatural ability? Let me see. Or is this a spell-like ability? Spell-like. Okay, it does have to cast defensively. That will do it. Go ahead and make a will save, Ludwig.
I'll save.
That'll do. You feel this brief, like, crushing weight of, like, oh god, what are we doing here? We're never going to be able to succeed. I'm so scared. But you shake it off.
Perfect.
It is going to basically risk killing itself here as it tries to. It's going to try to make an acrobatics roll. Because it knows the tunnel so well, it is trying to drop to the next floor of the building. Out the back. You hear a wet snap and scream cut short. Chunk.
Neat. All right.
All right. That brings us to Song. So Song, you can see from that angle, you can't really see the other cave yet. You can see Avon is firing arrows into it. This one's got 2 dead mites and your animal-looking friends. What's the move here?
I'm gonna take a 5-foot steppy.
Okay.
And he's just going into it, so I'll fire a bolt at this guy.
Oh wait, sorry. I should have been the centipedes next. I tried to descend, but we're gonna do you first.
All right.
So what's
yeah,
really going with?
Firing my crossbow and missing this guy.
Basically, the bolt impacts him, but kind of just shatters on the hard exoskeleton. Since I forgot their turn, they're gonna move up now. They have a climb speed. The tunnel's near enough that not all 3 of them can get to you. But basically, imagine like they are kind of like partially got their legs on the wall below you guys, and partially are, in front of you. So mechanically, they're both going to use their compression ability and squeeze in next to each other like this.
Alright.
Alright, they're going to go forward towards you. They are, after they both climbed, yeah, they got plenty of speed. Okay, since they moved, they're both only going to make 1 attack. Each of them is going to try to bite you guys respectively. So Song, this first one's you. That's going to be a 20, not nat.
That hits.
Okay. There's my d6. Okay. That is 13 damage. I need you to make a fort save.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, you see these like huge size pincers just chunk latch into you. Fortitude 15, that is not quite gonna do it. Whiptail centipede venom is particularly virulent. Pretty low roll though. You're gonna take 1 dex damage.
Hooray.
The other one also just mechanically is basically kind of clinging to the wall down here. Probably about like its first third of it's on the wall. The rest of it is kind of just splayed out on the floor. All right, now it would be Ludwig. So Ludwig, you'd have to climb back up to get to this area. You can hear the sounds of these gross bug creatures attacking. And then I will say from this angle, you can see that there is another pit here. This one seems to drop a bit deeper, probably about 20 feet to the next room.
Okay.
So I'll actually, I assume you're not going that way, but I'll reveal kind of the next section of the vertical map.
Yeah, I'll be climbing back up.
Oh, yeah. So you can see it kind of looks like this. There's like another narrow tunnel leading to a bigger room.
Cool.
10 will do it. Yes, you're good.
So
that would be 30 feet because it was 10 feet, then 20 to get up the wall with half speed. But I don't know if do bears have 40 or how slow are bears?
Let me check that out. Actually, where's movement speed? 40 actually.
Okay, yeah, then you still have 10 right there.
There you
go. With their reach though, that would provoke. Just from the front one. Well, actually, if you move through there, both of them.
Yeah, we'll try it. Screw it.
All right. They're both going to. They're actually this time. They're not trying to bite. They both lash out with that whip tail that you saw. So top one, that's gonna be You said it's 13 for the bear, right?
Yeah.
Top one's a miss. Second one is a 15, so that will hit. So the tail's a bit interesting. This is going to be non-lethal damage, if you want to keep track of your non-lethal so far. You're going to take 4 non-lethal.
What?
And it is going to try and trip you as well, as it like goes for the legs. Nat 1. You do not fall with your bear form. Alright. So you still, that was just a regular movement for you, so you have the ability to make an attack.
So I'll bite at him.
Unfortunately, that does not crunch through its exoskeleton.
Ew.
Nico.
We will attempt to acrobatics up there.
Acrobatics 22. Yep, that'll do. I read it as a 2 for a second, but that'll absolutely do. All right.
We can make it there.
Yep, and you can avoid the things.
Yeah. And bite and trip.
Unfortunately, that won't connect.
Correct.
All right. Cool beans. Tis our archer then.
Okay, I'm going to 5-foot step and take a rapid shot.
Those will both exactly hit their AC.
Awesome.
So it was on the top or the bottom one you said?
Which one did I hit before?
It is the top one. You can see there's like a crack where you hit it before.
Yep.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
that
put
is
2 more arrows in next to that, the first one.
All right, the top one. Gotta fucking do math, jeez. The top one is exactly at bloody now. Is at half health. All right.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and just take them out of the order because all 3 of them died real quick. Jesus Christ, that fucking symbol gets really big for huge creatures. Okay. So we got these 2. They're really clogging up the way from the third guy. However, they are able to full round attack now. So,
Yeah.
we'll start with the bottom one. Even the bottom one is gonna kind of whip its tail over Nico and try to trip you. 8 does not hit. You dodge out of the way. The next one is gonna be a bite coming at Nico from that same one. Rolling rocks for this guy. No, that's 17 doesn't hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Top guy is gonna try and trip Song, and then go for a bite on the bear. So Song, this is you first. That is a 15.
That misses.
All right, you duck out of the way as like literally its tail like cracks the sound barrier like a real whip. But you managed to avoid it. Now this is the bite on Ludwig. That is a nat 20.
Yeah.
But it is a... No, that will confirm. Because you said 13 is the bear?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ouch, your bones.
Oh.
That was a lot of dice. Well, actually,
Yeah.
rolled pretty low. Let me add this up. That's going to be 15 damage from the bite. Considering you can do 15 on a regular bite, that was not nearly as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. And then also,
Then a
poison.
fortitude save. Yeah, from the poison. Kind of as the pincers lock into the bear, these like green venom drips into the wound.
Oh,
That's
no.
not going to do it, no. Alright, it's going to be dex damage. For you, there's going to be 2 dex damage. Alright. Bottom centipede can't really fucking do anything yet. So that is Song. Song, go ahead and top of your turn, make another fortitude save, see if you're taking more damage. So close, but that is still shy.
Nuts.
Whoop, just fucking threw that across the room. Hold on, gotta get a fresh D4. Still rolling low for Song. That's another 1 dex damage.
Hooray!
All right. So you are not prone. You managed to duck that whip. Still a bit poisoned, but you are. What's the move here?
And Poison Schmoisen. Slung's going to take a 5-foot step and then use Healing Hex on Ludwig.
Okay, healing hex. That will not provoke. Go ahead and roll that as you kind of boom, your like bluish hex magic swirls around his wounds. Okay, not bad. Heal for 7. Get you back up over bloodied there. Anything else or Ludwig?
That's my turn.
All right, Monsieur Werewolf, what will you do?
Now we will full attack.
Hell yeah!
Wait.
Now I'll get the bear in there. Oh,
There we go.
Not to be taken by the crit, getting right fucking back in there. Absolutely, that confirms. This thing was just barely at bloodied. You drop it to like death's door. It's looking real fucking bad. Your bare jaws almost crunch the middle of it in half.
Excellent. And now my claws.
Claws might be able to finish it here. First one is... Second one would have missed, but first one is just enough to finish the top centipede. The claw just kind of like reaches into that welt from the bite, and you just whoom, rip the centipede apart. Its legs let go of the wall, tumbles back down into that cave.
Good bear.
Yeah, fully like what a turn, like, you know, scared of the wolf form from earlier. Now all of a sudden there's a bear form just fucking eating huge creatures.
Yeah, it's a scary bear.
Yeah,
but
it's,
that's okay.
What a man. What a man. All right, that's Nico's turn.
We will bite him.
That will not do it, unfortunately. It's a good rhyme. That will not hit, though, however. Even. That is you. Also, I realized I don't think I did it last time. You 5 had said they do still have reach, so... did I op attack you last time for that shot?
They had already used it on Ludwig.
Yes, they did use it. You're absolutely correct.
All right, so am I still in reach there?
You're not in reach of the bite. You are in reach of the whip tail, which is a lower chance to hit.
All right, so I will take a 5-foot step and there again.
First one is a hit. Second one is a miss. It's gonna go in with that whip tail. That doesn't. 15 doesn't hit. Correct.
Nope.
Okay, you're good. You duck under it as you let go 2 shots. Fucking so many puns today. Okay. That is not enough to bring it to bloody, but still a good chunk. That brings us back to the top, which is now our centipedes. So I'm going to get this guy out of the way. The other one is going to compress himself in here to take its place. He does have to he has to move up, so he cannot make 2 attacks. But he is going to go for another bite on our bear. That is 14, so it's going to be a hit.
Don't need a fortitude save first?
That's on your turn that you make the fortitude save at the top of your... Oh, did you do it on your turn?
Yeah, that was my attack.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was op attack, yeah. Okay, it's same thing as last time. I called it into existence. It does 15, so... What I did with the crit. The bottom one... Ooh, Avon, you're really getting out of the way there. It is going to try to whip you. Tricky shot. That was a 18?
Yes, 18
Okay.
will hit.
That is 2 non-lethal. Tail doesn't really do a lot, but the main thing is it's trying to trip you. What's your CMD?
19.
19. Oh, with a 17, it does not pull it off.
Yes.
The whip, like, boom, cracks, like, right on your shin, but you just kind of grit your teeth and, you know, pull the bowstring back. All right, now this is on Nico. There's a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Oh, that's not good. That is going to be 19 damage on Nico from the bite.
Ooh.
And I don't think he's been hit by the bite yet, so it's going to be a Fortitude save. These guys, that will be a fail. So you're currently poisoned by the centipede venom. One. God, I'm rolling low on this poison. One dex damage to Nico.
Hey.
That is all they can do. God. Oh God. Right to bear arms up in here. Song, your thoughts?
My thoughts, I'm going to take another 5-foot step back and do a healing hex on myself.
Okay. We'll make the fortitude save as well, because you are still poisoned.
Yep.
Oh, you cure yourself. You're good.
Hooray!
Nice. Good roll. Okay. And then, yeah, you go ahead and seal up some of your wounds. Seal up a good amount of your wounds there. Kind of where the pincers went in, you run your hand over it, and she starts to seal up the wounds. And then, Ludwig, 'tis you.
First, my fortitude save. There we go.
That will fucking do it. Yeah, you do not take any more poison damage.
Awesome. I'll 5-foot step here. And we'll bare my arms at this other one.
That'll hit. So the bottom one you're going for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the top one's dead, is it not?
There's a new one took its place. There was 3 in total. One of them was kind of waiting at the cave for one of them to die.
Oh, well then. Yeah, let's go to the one that just appeared then.
Okay. Yeah, that hits either way. So 7 from the bite. Go ahead with your claws.
Ooh.
Both claws will hit as well. This top one is bloodied now from those attacks. Nico.
Nico will attack the same one currently attacking.
That will not quite do it. Fortunately. Okay. Avon, that is you.
All right, which one's most dead?
Top one, Ludwig bloodied. Bottom one is still above half, so top guy.
Okay, top guy gets a couple arrows coming his way.
All right. First will hit, second will miss. Let's see if it gets you with the whiptail. Yeah, 20. That'll do. Unnatural. You're gonna take 3 non-lethal, and that time it is a 23 against your CMD.
Oh, I'm prone.
All right, so yeah, kind of you get the first shot off, does that 7 damage to the more injured one. You said it's looking real bad. Then kind of like the whip happens and the second one misses as you go down.
Okay.
All right. I mean, you haven't. Well, yeah, okay. I think you could still because you full round shot. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Okay, that is back to their turns. Gonna same verse, same as the first. Second verse, same as the first. These guys are gonna try and bite the front target, whip the back target. So let's start with the top centipede. Ludwig, that is a 17 to hit you.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be 11 damage. And then Song, that is gonna be 12 to hit you with the whip, which doesn't. Ludwig, your bear form, you get bitten, and I believe it fails as you go down. A bleeding Ludwig drops to the floor.
Yes. So...
And Song, you dodge the whip. Next is bite on Nico, and then whip on Avon. Nope, that's not gonna hit Nico. Jumps out of the way. That is gonna be 18 to hit our archer.
Sorry, hitting me.
Yeah, with the whip.
Yes, I only have a 17.
All right.
Oh no, he gets a minus because I'm prone.
Yeah, because even though it's like he has the reach, but he's supposed to be adjacent, I believe. So that brings it. Yeah, you can dodge it.
Ah,
I mean, also like what was
it's
he
a
gonna do?
good thing.
Make you double prone.
Yeah.
Song, that is you.
This is certainly a predicament.
Not ideal for sure. Not ideal.
Trying to judge the best course of action here. Or I'll pop a glitter dust.
Okay. Pop a glitter dust. It's not mind affecting, is it? No, it's just powder.
Nope. It's just covering their eyes.
Okay, so that would get both of them. DC 17 will. They both fail that.
Hurrah!
All right,
Like some
remember,
vermin,
they
they
take
do not have tremor sense. They do need their eyes.
They take a minus 40 on the stealth checks, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Look, they may be bugs, but huge sized creatures not the best at stealth. Okay, yeah, both of them are fucking blinded by that.
Good job, Song.
Anything else, or is Ludwig making a Constitution check here?
Gonna make a
Constitution
5
check.
step. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay. I believe you just have to clear 10, so that stabilizes you.
What? So that brings me to 0 then?
You're stable at whatever your
bleeding.
negative was. So
Okay.
you're still at -2, but you're not going to lose anything else.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Cool. We're not bleeding out. Things are good. Nico.
Nico will attack the one in front of him again. There we go.
That'll hit. Take that
I
damage.
think I had too many legs to trip.
Yeah, there's no point in trying to trip.
Yeah, it's got a lot of legs. Also, I don't think you can trip 2 size categories over.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, it's also centipedes are exceedingly hard to trip. Okay, so Arch.
All right, I'll hop up and take a shot. And roll one.
Whoa.
That kind of threw me off there.
So you stood up, took a shot. It's gonna try and whip you.
Nope, it's blind.
Oh, it is blind. I can't see that. Yeah, it doesn't do it. All right. That's them.
Pretty sure they make it at the end of their turn. At the end of their turn.
Yeah, I don't think it can. I don't think they even have scent, so they might just flail around a little bit. But
Hell yeah, love me some good flailing.
all right, I'm gonna roll some chances here to see what squares they're trying to get. Oh, that was lucky. Giant jaws kind of just snap into the air next to Nico and like over Ludwig's head. But nothing really happens. The tails just kind of whip the walls and do nothing. And then they make another save at the end. Pretty unlikely that they'll get unblinded, but we'll see. Oh, 16 on one of them. So close. No, they're both blind.
So they're just blinded, but they're still in combat. They should be able to just have a 50% miss chance, right?
I believe it's 50% if they if you know what square you're aiming for. So basically, the top one wasn't like Ludwig's down, like prone, so it was kind of just flailing around in those squares. The bottom one failed the 50% miss chance against Nico because it had attacked where it was attacking essentially.
Gotcha.
But it fucked up. So, Song, that is you. They also both fail the save again.
I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Ludwig.
Oh. Healing light generates.
9 HP.
That'll get you back up for sure.
Excellent.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. In that case, Ludwig, you are currently prone, but they can't op attack you on the way up because they're blind.
Yeah, so I'll just stand up.
Hell yeah. Go for it. And then you're in regular you form right now, I believe.
Yes. So we go club the one in front of me now.
That'll fucking hit for 10 damage. That was one that was already below bloodied. You rise back up, clothes fucking soaked in your own blood, and just crack! The exoskeleton around its eyes just shatters, and with a roar, it collapses back down the wall into the room below. Hell of a
Nicely
swing.
done.
Perfect.
All right. That is Nico.
We all attack the one in front of us again. Ooh.
It is flat-footed right now because it can't see you, but that is still not quite enough to bite through its chitinous armor. In which case, 'tis our archer.
All right. Back to rapid shot. Ooh,
No,
there we go.
so it's
That should do it.
14. That'll drop it below bloodied. It is just barely alive.
Go down.
It does not respond as it is deeply unintelligent. Okay. This one is basically just going to keep trying to just whip and bite Nico, but with the mischances. So you guys want this to be 50 or below. That is a 4%. The fucking bite misses. Second one is a 48%. Also misses. Good God.
Ooh.
Pull it together, my fucking bugs. And then... I'll tell you right now, they got a +1 will, so it literally needs a 16 or higher. Nope, that's a 12. Alright, it is still blind. Song, that is you.
Gonna shoot it. I'm gonna use my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And a miss.
It is flat-footed, so that actually does hit.
Oh, hooray.
Thunk! Kind of lodge, like, right in between its mandibles. So close. It is barely alive. This, like, greenish bug juice leaking out everywhere. Ludwig.
We will club the one still up.
Crack the bugs. Beat them up. I mean, that was just uncalled for, my guy. He had, like, 2 health left. Somehow you, like, it not only cracks, like, the skull, like, part of the chitin, like you did the other one, you somehow, like, full just baseball bat its head off with the club. Brutal kill. Okay. That was a lot of dudes, but we are out of combat.
Very impressive, Ludwig.
All right.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
And I
Honestly,
come over
yeah,
and
for almost dying, getting 2 kills, pretty good.
and he says, Abadar thanks you for your service. And he lays hands upon you.
Okay, perfectly
Yay.
average. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
How is Nico doing? Is he bloodied yet?
Nico is in the orange. He's
Yeah,
bloodied.
the orange. Yeah.
All right.
Usually, once it looks more
so
like
then
orangey, that's bloodied. Kind of greenish
Alright,
to yellowish is still above half usually.
So the healing hex goes off and heals him for 5.
I think that's one of my favorite scripts I've found. I really like the auras because it kind of just is a good indicator of like how they look wounded without being like, if he was at a number, he'd look like a 30 out of 45. if I had to put a number value on it. Okay.
All right, so we've got 8 Cure Light Wound spells, so let's get everybody back up to close to full. So go ahead and just roll them, and I'll mark them off.
Oh, is it the wand?
No, potions.
Oh, yes. You guys did gather a lot of
Unless you want to use the wand.
Someone can
Up to
use
you
the
guys.
wand. How many charges are in the wand?
I can double check. 1 sec.
Yeah. Don't have it on the loot sheet.
Honestly, I could be thinking of Tyrant's Grasp right now.
Yeah, we got a Burning Hand wand.
That okay?
Right.
Okay, it's the Burning Hand wands for this. Yeah. That was the wand. The other one, game had the Cure Light Wounds wand.
All right, so potions.
Potions it is.
Jeff, you want to roll them?
Oh yeah. It's a what? D8 plus what?
D8 plus 2? Right?
For Boken's ones, it was a D8 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7.
That'll get you to 21.
And since Nico has now used his healing hex, Song will imbue him with a fortune hex.
Okay.
And probably one more for Ludwig.
Alright, what's a good trigger for it? I guess
That's not what you wanted.
the trigger for
What was it before you? It was at it was at 21, then it was at 29, then 5. You should be at 34.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was 3 potions?
Yeah.
All right, how many
was
on
that?
Nico?
Yeah, 3 potions. Okay.
One more. There we go, yeah.
So 2?
Yep.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Got them high rolls. Why is... Oh, okay, it's because he's over the max.
Yeah.
I was
There
like,
we
why
go.
is the aura blue? That's not on the spectrum from green or red.
All right, Ludwig, which way do you want to go?
Well, we're already in this level. Well, no. Let's head down to the right, probably. Explore
Okay.
this way first.
So down here?
And
I
I'll
go
shift-
into the big way first, you said?
Yeah. First off, guys, before we continue on, we need some triggers to when I'm in animal form. Know what I'm saying, because I cannot speak. I'm in when I'm shapeshifted.
Well, you can still nod and shake your head, so that's yes and no covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for doing the fortune thing.
For doing fortune, I just guess do a howl or roar or things like that.
That works, yeah.
Right.
But not one in pain, because that would be different.
Yeah.
It's two quick roars followed by a long roar.
I'm also poisoned here. You want to give me a hand with that?
Oh yes, we are. So okay, it is a round by round thing. So
I have a pretty good heal.
go ahead and make another fortitude save. Just would have been on your turn. We'll see if you can knock it out because there's only a few rounds left of it.
I did save it last time.
Oh,
I need
okay.
2 in a row.
Sorry, then you're good.
But I
thought you
have
said
a negative.
Yeah.
No, I saved, but I need healing from this poison.
Yeah,
If
I
anyone can
can't.
do that.
I don't know
can't
if
do
anyone
anything.
has lesser restoration yet.
Yeah, we don't have any ability.
What? Just
Ludwig
dead.
has perished.
So you guys are saying you're at this point you can kind of take 20 on this climb because no one's in this room. You're trying to climb down into the bigger chamber, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also going to, before we go, I'm going to buff myself up.
Okay. Go ahead. I don't know why your health is at 0 now, but you should still be at full.
0. Whoa.
Okay. So now that you guys are in here, I'll kind of get a better description. I revealed the whole room. You can see that much like the left one, where there's a pit going farther down, there is the same thing over here. However, if you guys are carrying the light, I'm going to kind of reveal a bit more on the the vertical map. You can tell that it does go down. There also appears to be another bigger chamber to like the right.
All right.
But as for this chamber, this, now that you're up close, you can see that there's like, those weird shallow trenches with the putrid fluid trickling through. There are 6 mounds of compost and dung lying around the room. And each one of those is studded with small spherical eggs. Judging by the creatures in here, probably some sort of centipede hatchery.
Well, I got some good boots, and we'll take care of that right quick.
Yeah, you start fucking squashing bugs. Your boots are a little, covered in refuse and other such gross things, but you squash all of them up.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Let's continue on. Ludwig, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, I will.
Where are you guys? Are you guys going like to the right or down?
To the right.
So we came down, and then we can go to the right and down?
From over, so basically it's like, you can go, let me reveal it a bit better. You can go like further down to the left once you go in the hole by where Song is, or you can kind of go down to the right.
I think to the right, if you guys are good with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me hop on top of this ledge here.
Yep, it's all yours.
So I will climb down there.
All right. Go ahead and make a climb check, and I'm gonna reveal that room. In just a sec.
Fine.
27, that'll do it. Are you trying to go stealthily?
Oh, guys, I just realized something.
What's that?
Melchior could probably scout out for us. You wouldn't have to go deep in.
Oh, you're somber?
Yeah.
Can you see through its eyes?
Sure can. I'm at the level where I can.
Yeah. If you want to send the bird up ahead, you can.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'd say give the bird a stealth check. I'm gonna make the DC for them. They're gonna get like a penalty because it is a small sized creature, I believe, or tiny sized even.
It is a tiny boy.
Okay.
I think that's already included because
Yes, if that's it, the tiny bonus should be in the stat block.
Yeah. So have a nice real quick. Nat 122.
Good. I feel like on the Nat 122, the way that would break down is like they might notice a bird but think nothing of it. The birds fly down in the tunnel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
So
what do my bird eyes see?
What do my bird eyes see? Okay. So this damp room is haphazardly cluttered with broken beds, chairs, wagon wheels, an assortment of worn, tattered, dingy, and broken objects, seemingly pilfered or salvaged from bigger folk. A row of bookcases stands crookedly propped against the far wall, but the shelves are filled with bits of bone, feathers, and dried centipede legs. Old window frames, cracked and splintered, hang upon the walls like works of fine art. Here in this common room, you can see that there are currently 6 mites occupying it. 2 of them are trying to pick out a folk song on extremely shabby string instruments. 2 others are kind of like throwing rocks at the musicians while they try to do that. And finally, there is a pair that are pretending to read a book with all the pages torn out of it.
I see. I will relay this all to the party.
Ugh, I hate these things.
They're like goblins, but worse.
Yeah. I don't know. Can Melchior bring a couple of them back? Because I would love to just shoot them as they came in one by one.
I can try. I will have Melchior kind of like make what I would assume for these birds to be an annoying song and just kind of bring them up through the tunnels
I'm gonna say
for them
give
to
me
shoot
a charisma check. It's like you're trying to perform here,
a
I guess.
birdie charisma.
Yeah.
Wait,
Poop on their heads.
I'm pretty sure thrushes actually get perform oratory or something like that.
I think they do actually. Thrush.
They do. That is wonderful.
I mean,
All
hey,
right.
that tracks. That makes sense. Songbirds.
Yeah, they have perform, sing. So
Yeah, you can use that instead of charisma. I was assuming they didn't have a fucking perform check, but that'll work.
Just for the sake of being quick, I'll add this in later. But that is a nat 1 again. Wow, Melchior is not.
God, I think one of them is gonna try and just throw a rock at Melchior, and it's like, you guys don't understand what it's saying, but we'll add a character in Undercommon. It's like, good eatings. What's Melchior's AC? Just gonna huck a rock at it.
It's 18. He's a evasive little boy.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. He's small and fast. The rock does sail worryingly close, but you dodge it.
Wonderful.
Do you keep going for it, or are you just kind of flying back?
Melchior's gonna fly back.
All right. Melchior flies back. You guys know the situation. I'll say, since we're about halfway through the session anyway, you guys want to do a bathroom break here then before we get in a tussle with these boys?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Yeah, let's take 5. I'll see you guys back in a few.
Sounds good.
Cool.
I'm still dealing with a bunch of puppies right now, so.
Damn, how many puppies?
4 adults and 4 puppies.
Nice. What breed are they?
Siberian Husky.
Oh, I fucking love Huskies so much. It's like literally my favorite dog.
Yeah. They're gorgeous.
They're awesome. They're so nice too.
Yeah.
I like. Hey, welcome back. The reason I like them so much, I remember like there used to be this like charity walk for the homeless in DC that happened every year. My family like always went to it. I remember one year there was this couple that had like 3 like big old huskies with them, and I had never seen one before, and I was like, oh, it's like a wolf. That's so cool. Like, I wonder if they're scary. And then one of them just like went up to me, and I was like 10, so it's super short, and it just put its paws on my shoulder and licked my face. I was like, this is the best dog.
Yeah, they're amazing. Like, they can be vicious, but that's no, mine are all mine are great. Like,
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever met a husky that even growled at me.
Well, like they seem vicious. That's the issue.
That makes sense. Yeah, there's my sister's like her best friend is a pit bull that like they're like not even allowed to bring through some states.
Oh yeah,
which made moving for them a real hard time.
For sure, yeah.
It was like they moved like east somewhere out west, but it was like they had to like drive way out of the way to fucking avoid states that would pull them over.
Oh god.
Yeah, it sounded like a nightmare. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Song said they were back as well. Okay, so kind of the what's up right now. We have the 6 mites in the other room. They seem to think they just kind of missed lunch by not getting that bird, but they're still just kind of fucking around. I will say, while you guys are on like the ledge between the next 2 rooms, over here, if you want to make a perception check into the next one, you are welcome to. So you'd be able to, kind of like the top one, you'd be able to see both from that angle.
We are where again?
So on the vertical map, you guys are on like this little spire of Earth. And one of the room with the 6 guys is over here. But if you want to make a perception check into this room, that one's a bit different. All right, 12. Yep. Ludwig, that'll actually do. So, in that room, I'm gonna put their things on in a second. Just making sure I got all my numbers right. Yep. All right. In the room, first of all, creature-wise, you see that there are 4 more mites. And additionally, you see one mite appears to be like quietly giving them orders while astride some sort of strange beast. Looks like an insect. Give me 1 second, and I shall show you. Roll20 is kind of freezing up for some reason. Sorry. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, okay. There we go. Loaded. All right. You see this going in front of you.
Ooh, I bet that guy's the leader.
Yeah. I'd say with a 12, you can see he's like pointing and gesticulating at them like a leader would for sure. It would appear he is still small size like the rest, and even though that looks like a bigger monster, it's literally just medium sized because they're so small. But I'll go ahead and reveal that room on the top down map. It also looks like that other exit is leading towards some kind of chasm. So mechanically, that is over here. Okay. Those rooms kind of connect on the map. But basically, that rugged area in the middle is meant to represent the spur of land you guys are on. So If you guys want to be
Right.
standing there, you can kind of move your tokens onto that little
Here?
bridge. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a confusing layout, but I do appreciate that they included the vertical one as well.
Yes.
If you want to make a nature check on it.
I definitely do.
It looks at first like a giant tick, which is a medium-sized vermin, not unheard of in this land. But upon closer inspection, on 26, clearly this one is either evolved differently or perhaps was mutated. It looks a lot more, I guess insects aren't really muscular, but like the limbs are a lot thicker than a normal giant tick. And in addition, with that 26, it looks like the areas around its mouth are kind of covered in sores. Looks a bit diseased.
Ouch.
Yeah. All right.
So I'll quietly say, well, they're going to surround us. So Nico on one side, Ludwig on the other, and me and Song here in the middle.
Sounds like a plan.
Additionally, apart from the people, I will read what you're seeing in that room. So you can see there's like rows of wooden pegs lining the walls, some hung with like tiny, filthy cloaks, others with scales. In the center of a room stands a rickety table held together with twine and covered in just like the most filthy picnic tablecloth, like red checkered. It's heaped with mounds of dirt and twigs and gravel, arranged apparently to look like some sort of map. You also see sitting at the edge of the map, weighing down a scrap of paper, is a blood-stained ivory statuette of what looks like a crouching reptilian devil. Underneath, there is a bulging burlap sack. Does anyone have... I know we're like short on knowledge. Does anyone have geography? I don't think so.
I think I do.
Oh, okay. If you can make a geography check. On a 7, it's hard to decipher their really haphazard map. Okay. So yeah, like Avon said, you guys are getting to those positions.
So probably there. There we go.
Visually,
Can we get a surprise round?
Yeah, go ahead and make a group stealth check, but like mechanically you are about 20 feet above this room and about 10 feet above this room. Just realized I cut the other guys instead of pasting them like a fool. All right, this is gonna have to be 2 different checks, one for the mites, one for the boss. What do we got? We got 13, 7, 12. Yeah, this is gonna be a surprise round. So first of all, we'll roll into initiative just to make going down the surprise round order easier. But they will not act during the surprise, obviously. It'll be the mites on one initiative and this guy on another. Okay. He got much higher than they did. Alright. Cool. Everyone go ahead and roll an initiative when you're ready, and then we will do the surprise.
Clear it, or...
What are you saying?
Clear it first.
Yeah, like you guys get a surprise round. This is just so I can go down and be like, what are you doing in the surprise round? What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't know that you cleared it already.
Oh, you don't need to clear it. We're on the same map. It'll automatically overwrite it.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have clarified that. Yeah, as long as we don't change actual, like, tabs in the Roll20, it'll just overwrite it. I wish you would overwrite it on every map, but that would be, believing too much. All right. Let me get Nico in there as well. All right. So obviously he can't act during the surprise. Cool. So, Song, um, your first initiative for the surprise round. Basically, you can either take a move or a standard action. And you can, let me double check. Yeah, okay. You can also take free actions during surprise rounds if you have any of those, but up to you.
Not currently. All right. I'm just viewing what I can do.
Yeah, and then just to reiterate height, down here is 20 feet, other side is 10 feet down.
How do I modify this guy?
Modify what?
The AoE token.
Oh, can you do that too? I didn't realize the players could activate it. Hell yeah. So when you drop it, I feel like you have to select someone first. So, is it coming from, where are you placing it? Okay.
Just right there for now.
Okay. Sorry. Let me get it in the middle. Then I believe you click. What are you trying to do? Like cube.
Trying to get a circle.
Okay. Click the sphere of whatever feet it is. Like the number of feet, and it should go around it. If not, I'll try. There's still something I'm mastering with the radius. Did that appear for you? There we go.
All right. Let's see.
And now if you drag it around, it should just keep that radius. Yeah, there you go.
If I put it right here, it would get all the fellas, right?
That would indeed get all the fellas.
All right. I'll glitter dust that location.
Horrifying. Is that a radius? I thought that was like a cube or something.
No, it is a 10-foot radius.
Well, poopy. All right.
Yes, very good.
Okay, jeez. All right. I'm gonna do the little guys first. God, I need another D20. There's one. Check the old dice cup. All right. 17, right?
Yep, should be DC
Okay,
17.
they did not do terrible actually. Half and half. I'll take it. So, top left regular might in that room, is gonna be blinded, as well as like the bottom right one.
All right.
So
What about Big Honcho?
these two
and
guys.
his friend?
Oh, I haven't rolled for him yet. I was just adding their things first. Okay. So I'll start with the guy riding it. The guy riding it fails, but let me see about the actual creature. The creature passes.
All right.
So we'll put a little snail to show that the creature's good, but the guy's blinded.
All right.
All right. So glitter expands out, shining through the cavern, catches the light of the glowing lichen around. All right. Ludwig, what are you doing during the surprise round? So, movement or a standard?
I'm gonna move.
Someone's going for it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Try to climb down.
It is 20 feet, so are you in any animal form?
Bear form.
You're in bear form? Okay.
Yeah.
So 40 feet. Space of that, it would take all your movement, but yeah, you would get to that square. You just need to make the climb check to make sure you don't, like, fall or anything. You're good. It's a DC 10.
Awesome.
So you should... Yeah, that's just a move action, so that's the end of our surprise for you. Avon, what about you?
I smite evil and I yell, "First Sasha, you evil bastards!"
I assume this is on... Is it on the bug or the guy riding it?
The guy writing.
All right. That will absolutely hit. He's fucking blind and flat-footed from surprise anyway. He is just barely clinging to life. Drops from full past bloodied to basically, you have a medium-sized person's arrow just full through the guts of someone who's like a foot tall. Basically, the length of the arrow is pretty much equal to this man's height. God, it's like getting hit with like a ballista bolt or something. Jesus Christ. All right. They can't move. It's not their surprise. Nico can make a surprise as well.
Nico's probably gonna stay where he is. No, probably acrobatics down one.
Okay, going to the right side or the room with the other
Yeah.
guys. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead and make acrobatics. It's only 10 feet, so this would negate any damage anyway if he just kind of leaps down. Yep, you're good. And he would have enough movement to go. Sorry, this guy should be on that square, but he should have about 15 more movement anyway, depending on where you want to go there. And they haven't acted, so no op attacks.
Probably there then.
Okay. Roger that. That's going to bring us to the top of this order. Sorry, excuse me. The thing on top, the mite on top, just squinting, yells something at his men in Undercommon and slaps the back of his tick. Tick is gonna go. Sorry, I'm just reading their mechanics. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. He is going to, like legs clattering on the floor, go over to Ludwig. Ludwig, he is going to try and bite you with that weird, diseased-looking mouth. And it's a 13 when you're in bear form, so that'll be a hit.
It's actually 14 currently.
14? It'll still hit.
Yep.
He's got a pretty decent bonus. That'll be, oh god, 12 damage from the bite.
Oh, shit.
I need you to make a fortitude save, and he's also going to try and grapple you. This bite's got a lot going on. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. That is a 23 against CMD.
Yep.
Okay, you're grappling in its mouth right now. Okay, we'll see. Stop getting things that take days to activate. Like, more things to get track of. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and deal with that tomorrow morning.
Oh, great.
I would say make a nature check on the disease, but this is already like a unique tick that you're like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I did get a 26 in my nature check, so.
That's true. I'll say after the fight if you want to kind of examine the bite wound, see if you can try to figure out like what those symptoms are. Okay. Because it's a unique tick, but it's not like a unique disease. Like it does exist already. Okay, so you're grappled up in the tick. That is its full turn. Song, that is you.
I'm gonna try to yell at that tick.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, Paladin. Fuck. Sorry, not you, Avon. My cat's name is Paladin. He scared the shit out of me. Sorry, I realized that probably did not make a lot of sense.
What did I do?
It's fine. It's fine. You're good.
So yeah, ear-piercing scream on the big yucky guy.
The one riding him or just the tick?
The tick.
The tick? Okay.
I'm trying to daze the tick so Ludwig's no longer in his grasp.
It will pass the fortitude save, but it'll still take 3 damage.
What a shame.
Got the tick. Sorry, I have like the same token for both of them because he's riding it currently, but different health pools. So there we go. Okay. Any movement or anything?
I'm good. Real quick.
Yes, sir.
So I got spell focus conjuration last level. So
Okay.
my DC for glitter dust is 18 now. Did any of the mites fail that or?
The ones that passed, it wasn't by 1. It wasn't that close.
All right.
So they would still be good.
Cool. Well then, song's done.
Good shout though. Important to remember. Okay. In that case, that is Ludwig. Per usual with grapple checks. God, gotta always have the grapple flow chart up. It's fucking bookmarked.
Right?
Oh lord. Okay, so you can make an escape artist check to try to bust out of there. You can make a strength check to try to bust out of there. You can hit it with a one-handed weapon, which would include your claw or bite because you're a bear right now. Or
Yep.
you could make another
CMB.
CMB check to take control of the grapple. Sorry, it's a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'll CMB to try to take control.
God bless whoever made this fucking flow chart, because I know it's not official,
Right?
but it's so helpful.
Oh, it's amazing. I know.
You're trying to take control of him? Oh, that might actually do it. Fucking 22. Yeah, it's got a higher than 22 versus Trip specifically, but nothing else. So you kind of wrench its mandibles open and just kind of between your claws and mouth grapple this thing, just animal to animal. Yeah, that'll absolutely work.
And then now, what? I can still attack now, correct?
I think that's your action this time. I don't think you can also make an attack. Sorry, let me double check. So it's the attacker's turn, defender's turn. That is your standard action to do that. Attempt to break free or become the controlling grappler is a standard action.
Right.
If you succeed and take control, you get +5 to maintain the grapple. Yeah, okay, so you can attack, but you do have control of the grapple. And it is
I can attack.
harder to break out. What was that, sorry?
I can attack then?
You can't. That's your standard action.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah. Alright then.
Alright, so you guys see a bear wrestle a giant tick to the ground. Fucking phenomenal. Gotta love this game. Avon, that is you. So, I mean, longbow, so you got plenty of range here, but either this one is more of a curved hill in the book, so you do have an angle on like everything right now. Barring like anything through a wall. So like, you know, the guys up here you don't have a shot on really.
Right. All right, so I'm going to do rapid shot,
Okay.
but if the boss guy goes down in 1, I won't get the bonuses that are already in for Smite Evil.
Okay, we'll keep it in mind. All right, well, didn't turn
He
out so
didn't,
relevant.
so.
The second shot, you know, first shot, your arrows are glowing. It's you know, you're trying to fire underground. There's weird shadows everywhere from the lichen and your glowing arrows. First one goes wide. Second one, much like the first ballista-sized bolt, will take out the rider.
All right.
So the
You're
tick is
doing
still
great,
alive,
Ludwig.
rider's
Keep it up.
Roar. Paladin, you're being a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry.
I have like a rack of like fantasy weapons on the wall, and he's trying to fucking paw at them. Granted, most
He
are
wants to
plastic,
wield
but
them. He
some of
wants
them
to
are
be a
pretty
real
solid.
paladin.
He really does. Paladin, that fucking staff is gonna whack you in the head. All right, good. He ran away.
He wants to reach my evil.
I mean, fucking, he has natural attacks that hurt me already. So, all right, this is the regular mites, of which there are quite a few. So we're gonna deal with the ones in this room first. Honestly, they're pretty scaredy cat. So the 2 that are blind are just gonna cower and hopefully pass at the end of their turn. The 2 that can see are both going to. All right. Well, first of all, one of them just has an object interaction while running up next to his former boss's body. Is going to grab his little like small trident off the body and be like, and the other mites are like, ah.
I guess we're now fighting the new chieftain.
It's effectively the new chief. So he'll run up and take a stab at Bear Ludwig. Very ineffective chief. Rolled a 2 on his first try. The other one's like, look a little suspicious. This one is regular mite. He is going to go in with a very small dagger. Also on Ludwig. It's a little bit easier because you currently have the grappled condition.
Yep.
That'll, with 14, the grapple condition, that'll hit. Okay. So this is going to, I mean, very low damage. It's a tiny dagger. That is going to be 3 damage. The other blind ones are cowering. Okay, so now we get to the ones in the other room. So, and then, okay. So I'm gonna start moving these guys toward you. So that guy is gonna attempt a climb check to double move up next to you, Avon. She does.
Do I get an attack of opportunity then?
Yes, he'll have to move past you, so there is an op attack. Well, can you use your bow out, right?
No, that was...
No, for Nico.
Oh, for Nico, sorry. Yes. Yes, Nico would get one. Go ahead. I mean, never mind. Nico eats one. Just full, like no biting in half, just full eats one. So he does not make it up to our archer. But that is his only op attack. So the other one is also gonna have to double move. Oh, sorry, fuck. Let me remeasure that. So it's 15. Okay, it would still have to be a double move, but they do have a small climb speed, so he doesn't have to make the check. But he does make it up to you. The other ones are gonna start moving in towards Nico. This one is gonna be the only one that's gonna attempt a ranged attack. Basically just pulls out like a small little metal and bone dart and is gonna hurl it at Nico. That is a 21.
That's exactly what you see.
Okay. Dart kind of slams into his side for 3 damage. And that is 2 mites left. Sorry, the ones that didn't move. 2 dagger attacks on Nico. Neither is a 21. Even with, I will say one of them will probably 5-foot step to give flanking, but even with that, still doesn't do it. Nico, that's you then.
You will go on the one on the right here.
Okay, go for it. That'll hit. And that will take out another mite. Dead mites be piling up. Okay. That is the tick. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay. So you're in control of the grapple now. Okay. So, it should have done this last turn actually. Since it ended its turn engaged in the grapple condition with you, you take 1 point of strength and 1 point of con damage as it drains your blood.
Ooh.
It does have to be the controlling party of the grapple for that. So it is basically going to try and take control again to keep drinking your blood.
So I take a 1 strength and con?
Yeah, 1 strength damage, 1 con damage. That's from last turn. And then it is gonna try. Let's see. It does not get control of the grapple back.
Excellent.
So that's its turn. Pretty much wasted there. Song.
All right. Let's see what Song can do. Can I enlarge person on Ludwig even though he's technically a bear?
I believe you can't, because at the moment he is not a humanoid.
Damn shame. All right.
Later if you have, there's like a different version that you can do on animals.
Yeah.
Pretty sure called enlarged animal. All right. Let's take a look-see here.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. All right. Song will move up to here, taking the op attack from this little guy.
Okay. I assume a 11 does not hit you with the dagger, so you're good.
And Song is going to Burning Hands.
Ooh, nice.
So
I will say it is still 10 feet down, so I got a visual fucking 3D cones. So you're going down, so 15 feet would absolutely hit the floor, and then up and down is 15. Yeah, so it would still get all 3 of them.
Wonderful. All right, so they need to roll some dex saves for me.
This is why eventually I want to look into. I've been looking at experimenting with Tailspire to do like 3D maps, but that's in the works. That's in the future. Oh, those aren't good. Okay, so 1 pass, 2 definitely fail. So was it
All right.
11 full?
Yep.
So the one that passes is barely alive. That's this guy in the middle. The other 2 fry and drop.
Wonderful.
Mm.
Just
Well done,
gross
song.
roasted might. Boom. This fire expands outward. Yeah, hell of a hit.
All right. That song's turn.
Cool. Ludwig, that is you. You are still grappling.
So my options are again, I can go to pin, which does what again?
Oh my god, I just closed it by accident. Sorry, 1 second. God damn it. Okay. So you could roll. Get out of here. Sorry, recapturing the cat. So you could roll to pin him. A pinned creature cannot move, is denied its dex bonus, but is not flat-footed. Can still attempt to free itself, but it cannot take verbal and mental actions. Cannot cast any spells requiring somatic. And basically can't do anything but try to break free for this tick is what it'll boil down to.
Or I can just full attack it, correct?
You can make 1 attack, I believe. So let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're still grappled. You're just in control of it.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, you basically choose either a claw or a bite, and you could try to get it while you're holding it down.
Or
But
you
it would be
could
that
grapple
or trying to pin it.
I'll try to pin it. Screw it.
Or
But
since
you
you're
do,
in control
you do
of the
also have to
grapple, you
make
could just
a check to maintain it.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
So,
So this is-
CMB roll to maintain. And then if you succeed at that, you do a standard. You're good.
Hell, if you want to, you could just end the grapple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, you're not pinning him, so you can just let go and try to attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Full
let go
attack.
of my full attack. Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
that then.
Yeah, you release him from your bear hold, and go for a full attack. Bite's good.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
This thing was not even close to bloodied. It's for sure past bloodied now. Good lord, 29.
Jesus.
Just like you full, like the bite rips one of the legs off. The claws just rake the underbelly. This thing's looking real bad. My goodness. Avon, that is you.
All right. Well, I don't know that he needs much help now, but I'm going to shoot the tick there.
I mean, yeah. I feel like when it's always the first shot that you miss. Like you always get the second one. Okay. Yeah. First one was missed. Second one though, it kind of rears up on its hind legs and goes to hit the bear. And where Ludwig weakened its underbelly, you just shoot straight through it. The giant variant tick is dead.
Yeah.
So take that out of the order. Any 5-foot steps or anything, or you feel good where you're at?
Oh, I like my spot.
Fair enough. All right, these are. Oh, sorry, I didn't roll to see if the other 2 blinded guys sorted themselves out last time, so we'll see about that.
Hey, stop that.
No, they do not. They're gonna just keep cowering and being blind. All right, these 2 dudes are gonna 5-foot step around the bear. Well, they'll be like that. The one that is now chief has, assumed the title of chief. I'll give him a little. I'll give him a little flag. Excited. He's gonna try to go in with the chief's trident. No, sir, that is gonna miss. Oh, actually, no. You're 14 from the bear. That will hit.
Yeah.
That is gonna be 5 damage.
Ooh.
Yee. Then the lower might from you is gonna miss the dagger. The other one is gonna advance on. One's gonna. Yeah, they're both gonna go for Nico. So they're gonna be 2 daggers here. That is 2 4s on the dice, so that's not gonna do it. All right, Nico.
The one in front of him, so this one, he will bite at.
Okay. Just barely alive. If you want to go for the trip. Oh, sorry, no. This is the one that got hit by past the save, from Song, but was barely. So this one is dead.
Awesome.
Fucking get that guy out of here. All right. In that case, yeah, this guy's out of the initiative. So Song, that's you. Got 1 in the upper room, 4 in the lower.
Alright, I'll try to pick off this guy.
Okay.
Just so that Nico can bring his full attention to the place that needs it. So I'm just gonna shoot the guy with my crossbow.
Even with their DR, you fucking spin around after the fire, load the crossbow, take a knee and shoot. He's dead.
Hooray! He also apparently has 2 yellow.
Yeah, that was an accident. That was my fucking fingers slipping on the keyboard. All right. Ludwig.
He will full attack the new chieftain.
All right, go for it. I mean, fully, if you want to redirect the other 2, you bite his head off immediately.
And yes.
The chieftain actually had special shit going on. This is just a mite that picked up his weapon.
Oh yeah, that's the new one. Yeah.
He's, bites the head off its shoulders. Its body collapses. And then you claw the other one to smithereens. Get these bodies out of here. All right. Well, you got 2 shots and 2 mites, Avon.
All right, let's do this.
Am I missing it right here?
Max damage on both. Sorry, what was that, Ludwig?
Oh, there. No, never mind. My thing was covering up the other light. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, that'll do. 2 max damage shots. The other 2 just kind of like, walking around, holding their hands in front of them, trying to find a wall, just drop. All right.
Well done, everyone. How you
with
doing,
that,
Ludwig?
we
Need some more potions?
We're out of combat there.
Roars twice for yes.
Roars twice for yes. Hell yeah.
All right. I'll mark them off.
Alrighty.
All right. Oh, good roll.
A lot of max rolls tonight.
Yeah, you guys are taking some hits, but you're getting some good rolls too. Oh my god, sorry, I looked away because I was reading something, but yeah.
So just 2 then.
Just 2.
Okay. All right, we are down to 1 more cure light, 1 cure moderate.
Yes.
And I also have a cure light on me that I purchased with my starting gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we're out of combat here, a few things. So first thing is Ludwig, if you want to make a nature check on that wound now.
Yeah. I'll shift back to human.
Okay, boom. Shift back to the. You can still see like the where the like weird like bone proboscis started draining your blood. It's got this like patch of reddened skin around it.
Ooh.
I would say
could I roll
you're pretty
heal?
confident it might be infected, but it is still there. Heal to treat disease.
Heal to no disease.
Oh, to know it? Yeah, I'd say you can do a heal check as well.
Lit. 22.
Okay. You examine the wound with Ludwig. You're pretty sure that this is a disease known as the red ache. Basically, whenever it is affecting someone, once per day, their strength is going to be damaged. To cure it, just by saves, would be 2 consecutive saves.
Alright, is there a faster way to cure it? Is there any, like, cures?
You don't know about any, like, specific herbs or anything that treat this, but, like, you can make heal checks to treat disease, which basically, that could be one of the successes, and he would have to roll for the other success. Or you need magic to help cure it.
Alright. Well,
And
when
then there's,
we're
like,
finally out
fucking
of this place,
antitoxins
I'll...
and shit that'll give you bonuses.
When we're out of
which
this place, I'll make
Bogan
a
might have
roll.
some. All right. So that's that roll. Additionally, you got the kind of common room is where the 6 people were hanging out. The room in here, however, this weird like map fucking war room. The biggest things of note are there was like that sack under the table, burlap sack, and there's still that statue on the table.
I'm gonna haul out the sack.
I'm going to look at the statue.
All right. So we'll start with the burlap. You pull it out from under the table, Avon. You see that this presumably contains the mites' treasure that they've accrued over the time. Within it are 12. That's not a fucking number. Good God. There are 12 small spears, 193 copper, 120 silver, and 32 gold pieces. A big old bag of coins and little sticks with pointed ends. And then you're looking at the statue, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the statue itself. First question. So it looks like that crouching horned devil I described. Do you read Draconic?
Let me check. I might.
So I think a few people have taken Draconic, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, I have a lot of languages. I sure do.
Okay, so in Draconic, kind of like scratched in by maybe like a knife or a claw, like something very inaccurate, not an actual chisel. The base of the statue is labeled as Old Sharptooth.
All right.
It's also made of solid ivory, so pretty good piece. Additionally, as you're examining it, you can see again there's like a paper that's been tucked underneath of it. As you pull out the paper, you see that this is written in charcoal, but it is all in, and no one said they spoke Undercommon. This is all in Undercommon, the language of the mites.
All right. Let me see if there's a way that I can read Undercommon.
I will
comprehend
say
languages allow you to
visually.
read.
Comprehend languages, I'll check the description later, but I will say visually, even though you can't read it, you can tell the paper is like divided into like a T chart, 2 different columns.
All right.
And let me see comprehend
No,
language.
wait, I'm stupid. I do understand Undercommon. I'm dumb.
Oh, okay. So if you understand Undercommon, I'm just gonna check because I'm curious. Understand the spoken words or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. So it does apply to both.
Cool.
I like that it specifies since the spells per minute. It explains that written material can be read at a rate of 1 page, 250 words per minute.
Yeah.
It's like a real life stat. What's that based on? All right. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and time myself while I read a book, but we'll get to that later. Okay. So the 2 columns. One of them is labeled us. The other one is labeled them. The
All right,
us
love that.
column lists only 2 things: kobold statue and quote lots of spears and coins. The
right,
them
like bargaining.
column lists magic dust, lots of coins, and shiny human ring.
All right.
And I'll just kind of copy that block of text and roll 20 really quick. Additionally, now that you're all down in this room, you can get a better look. There is like a chasm over at the edge of the room that appears to lead to where the other drop off would have led. So, sorry, let me go back to the horizontal path, or vertical
I
path, excuse me.
remember this chasm.
Come on, roll 20. I want to reveal, not hide. So this is kind of what you guys have explored so far. There's one chamber on the other side of the chasm you guys haven't explored. It's only about it's a at its widest point like a 12-foot jump, but it is about like 50 feet down.
I'd rather not take that risk and just go to the other side.
Yeah.
Before we do that, did any of the mites have anything valuable on them?
The mites themselves. So all of them have a standard dagger. The chief, has a +1 small sized trident.
All right.
Um,
Well, that's worth keeping.
yeah. Usually, I mean, +1 weapons. I'm not too big on using a spellcraft check to know a +1 weapon when you see it. That's fine. Yes, old sharp tooth. What was carved, and then the column said that it's a kobold statue. Appraise, considering it seems to be solid ivory through and through, about 250 gold pieces is the worth.
Nice.
Um,
We'll keep that in mind.
all right, cool. So, what are you guys doing? Going up and around?
Yeah.
Excellent.
We've already seen a bunch of centipedes in here.
All right. So,
Sorry, do you want me to fly down to the bottom of that chasm down there?
I mean,
can if
Do you think it's worthwhile?
Was that?
can get Melchior to do that. How many uses of wild shape do you have?
Use it for 4 hours a day.
And I think it has to be in like 1 hour increments, right? If you turn it off.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you don't have unlimited back and forth.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Just gonna
Alright, so
reveal the
you've
rest of this map, but,
already. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll have Melchior go search the chasm then.
You can see, so the other end, you go into that last room, kind of fly up and around. In the last room, you see a kobold locked away in a like wooden and bone cage. Looks like he's been tormented. You see that through your bird's eyes that there are like 2 more mites that are just like scrambling out of the fucking cave system. They're running away.
All right.
Yeah, you do see there is
Well,
currently a like incarcerated kobold on the other side.
Seems like they have a prisoner over there. Shall we go talk to him?
Did you tell us that there's 2 running off?
Yes.
All right, so I'm zipping up top to get those before they get away.
So they're pretty slow, movement wise. I will say to catch up to them though, so you can shoot them before they kind of go into the surrounding terrain. You're gonna need to make 2 climb. Wait, see if you're at that point. 2 climb checks to like catch up with them while they're running, because they have a climb speed, so that's what's kind of giving them a boost right now.
Yep. All right.
All right. So, give me 1 more. See if we can recover. At this point, it would take too late. They would vanish in the surrounding areas.
Do you want
yes.
to use a fortune? Do you want to use your fortune?
If you can refortune this one, if you do make it, basically it'll be a longer shot, but it is still possible. Basically, you just didn't have room for 2 failures. So if you want to fortune it, feel free. Okay. So they have very
Keep
low
in
AC.
mind-
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep in mind that Mishka is up there waiting for us.
That is true.
And Mishka can track the scent.
Would he attack?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. Go ahead and roll a perception roll for Mishka.
Okay.
We'll see this here.
Ooh. Apparently occupied with something else.
I guess some real interesting stuff on the ground that Mishka's sniffing.
Some
it's
real
probably
interesting.
I will say so that Mishka's not automatically gonna be able to point them out, so you'll have to make a perception check as well. You didn't fail twice, so this is still possible. You only failed once. It's just gonna be a harder shot. So go ahead and roll perception as Avon, and we'll see if we can make these shots happen.
Yeah, I'm not very good at perception.
2. All right. Well, I mean, hey, they could still get a nat 1 on their stealth here, so we'll find out. They fucking do. God damn it. Fucking mites. They're so on it. You go up to them and they're just like fucking yelling in undercommon. They suck at being stealthy. Okay, so here's the deal. They're outside your first ranger commit, which is -2. Or is it a -4? Let me double check.
2.
-2. Okay, and then additionally, because of the like medium winds from today's weather, that's an additional -2 because they're outside your first range increment.
Okay.
So these 2 shots are at -4 to get them.
All right.
Are these with the 4 already or no?
No, the ones you just said I didn't add in yet.
Okay, so you're able to you miss one, very badly wound the other one. He's barely alive. You're gonna get one more shot or like one more round of shooting before they just like vanish into the grass.
Okay.
It'll still be at a -4 both times though. We'll say the priority is kill the one that's already wounded. That's what you fucking needed to get over it. Okay, so first one, you hit the one that's wounded. DR is still happening, but it was already injured, so it goes down. Second one, the 11's enough to overcome the DR. They drop. Basically, you're just like kind of leaning against the tree for support. Make these 2 first shots. Kind of look down the sight, see they're still up. 2 more, and about like 250, 275 feet away, the 2 mites go down.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, I kiss my bow and I scratch Mishka behind the ears.
Mishka looks up like, huh? Something was happening? After that one?
During this chain of events, Song has been making her way down over to...
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, while this fucking high-speed climb out of the hole is happening, you make it down there. As you approach, in Broken Common, the kobold sees you and is like, Hero, free Meekmek.
In Draconic, Song will say, I speak your tongue. I'm willing to free you if you can give me a bit of information.
You said Draconic. He looks a little bit taken aback. In Draconic, more fluently now, is just like, what information do you need? Meekmek will provide. Please let me out.
2 things. One, are you from the Sutscale tribe?
Yes. Like nods his head rapidly. Meekmek is from the Sutscales.
And 2, if you were to return safely to the Sutscales, could we possibly get something from the Sutscales that they hold dear?
I can't speak for heads of tribe, but I will give. If you free me, maybe they will give you rewards. Yes.
All right. Well, if you're willing to come with us, then you are more than welcome to be free. And Song looks around the cage for any signs of keys or
fully. It's just
like
wood
that.
tied to bone. You just gotta cut it.
Yeah,
but you can take out a
just...
dagger and like saw through. Like there's like some like rawhide leather like bindings between the wood. Yeah, nothing nearly as fancy as a lock. Perish the thought.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you free Meekmek. He full prostrates himself on the ground, like belly to the ground, bowing. He's like, if Meekmek may ask, if you are getting favor from the Sutscales, the nasty blue mites stole our holy. Could you get it back?
Oh, this? Song pulls out the statue.
He was like partially sitting back up. Full bows again to the ground. Yes, statue of old Sharptooth, yes. is our holy.
All right. Well, let's get you back to your tribe, Meekmack.
Charge of the gold. Very, very Abadarian transaction for sure. I will say one of the craziest like Abadar interactions was it was a different campaign, but there was like this Abadar cleric they ran into. This is like my college party, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I'll heal you in this dungeon for a fee," and they basically just like bullied him into like, "We'll fucking kill you, heal us." Like this is not part of the transaction.
It's part of the lore that they don't do healing without charging for it.
Oh yeah, it's part of their it's like their belief system. The PCs were not happy. Look, that's on them though. They brought fucking 4 martial people.
Yeah.
All right. We'll say yeah. You guys can reconvene at the surface with Meekmack.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hate to interrupt. My back's starting to kill me again, so I don't know how much longer I have.
Well, we're probably good anyway. It's a good stopping point.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can wrap up there. Almost 9:30 anyway. I'll say yeah. The last few things as we're wrapping up here. So, yeah, you're petting Mishka, as you all reconvene at the entrance. Song has Meekmech, with her. Any additional questions for Meekmech? He kind of is cowering a little bit behind Song.
You brought one out.
No, wait, not gross blue, not bite. This is like broken common again.
He's a prisoner of the soot scales, and we can go into the soot scale camp and hopefully bargain for Svetlana's ring back without having to fight any of them.
Or we could just kill all of them and get the ring back afterwards.
I'd prefer
this
not
is
to go...
in common, presumably, right?
Yep, that's the only language I speak.
I'm gonna give him he has -4 to linguistics. We'll see if he can try to piece this together. Just staring wide-eyed. No fucking idea. He's just like looks at Song and like gives her a thumbs up, like it's going good, right? Like this is great.
Song will turn back and give him a little smile.
This man's got no idea what's happening.
I'm not against getting rid of both parties, but it could be in our best interest to have one control this area for now. One that hear me out. One that adores us as like almost gods.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, but kobolds don't make good neighbors, and you can't. They don't follow all the rules of their chief or whatever. They will be a problem in the future, I guarantee you.
I will say, regardless of what's decided for sure, the like bounty from the Sword Lords is like it doesn't specify one way or the other. It's just like deal with them and make it like not an issue for people coming to live there.
Well, if we really want to, and I think it'd be kind of funny, we could do a mass soot scale exodus to somewhere near Patax.
Yes.
We've chosen new lands for you.
Well, the thing is it's probably not going to be a problem until we get a lot of settlers who want to live in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying for now, if we at least leave one group in charge of the area.
I mean, there's only one choice left. The other group is full dead now.
Right. But at least have one side now that will probably adore us as we brought their god trophy back.
Yeah, their
He
holy.
just called it his holy.
Yeah, their holy whatever thingamajig. And I mean, for now, I'm not saying we have to keep them forever. Just why get rid of them now? We can still use them. They can be scouts for us. They can bring us information.
Mm-hmm. Kobolds are
or we could do like the dragons do and make a mine for us. We did find a new mine near there.
God.
Oh yeah, true.
You're right.
I'm trying to refresh my memory for sure. I know you guys, I think, sent the last group of kobolds you encountered at the moon radish patch. You let some of them go. I think with the intent of negotiating.
That seems to be my recollection.
Yeah. So I mean, things change, but that was like just as a refresher. That was one of the things you guys had done as well.
So,
So at the very
shall we
least, they
take-
the kobolds probably know about you guys at the very least. So
Yeah.
not coming in at 0 standing, and this is good. Bringing a back captured prisoner, their holy relic. Pretty strong negotiating stance.
we have a lot of chips on the table, so
Exactly. I mean, like I said, if they come in issue later, then sure, we'll deal with them. But for now, we control the cards right now.
Fair enough.
All right.
And right, we do have a brand new mine we just discovered that we can go send them to.
Yeah, that was a good discovery with those checks. That's a very valuable find.
Song crouches down and speaks to Meek in Draconic. Right,
It's going great,
everything
right? It
went
sounds
well?
like it's going great.
It went really well. We'll take you back to your tribe in just a bit.
Oh, thank you, all of you. It just like bows again.
You done? Just
All right, cool beans. That's a pretty good stopping point. Time wise, you guys didn't get there too late in the day, so you still got some daylight left. Next session.
yeah.
Let me bring us
Which
back
we'll use
here.
to just finish exploring. But
Yeah, I think you'll have enough time before sleep for the night to finish exploring. If Roll20 wants to let me tab over, there we go. Okay. Yeah, to finish exploring this hex, which is where you found them. I'll put a little
All right.
cave marker so we can remember. In case you guys, I don't know, use the cave for building something. Excuse me, this is a lair token, not a cave. I forgot what it was labeled as. All right.
all right. Well, thanks everyone.
Yes.
Good game, guys. Good
Jeff,
game.
hope you start feeling better.
Yeah,
I hope the back thing resolves, man. I know that's a rough position
It's-
to be in.
it's not going to be. It's a lifelong thing now.
Oh, well,
Ah,
Yeah,
sympathies.
it's currently 4 bulging discs.
oh no.
Yeah,
No.
and it's currently getting worse.
If you want something fun to do, not this Saturday, next Saturday, free RPG day, get something for yourself.
Yeah, I'll hopefully attempt that.
Well, I wish you luck. Best of luck with whatever method of treatment you go for.
Indeed.
I'm not in Canada, so there is no treatment for this.
Fair enough. All right, well, we'll pick it back up again next week. Thanks for the follow,
Sounds good.
Death Kitten. Appreciate it. If everyone's still watching, wants to stick around for an ad to support the channel, I'm going to run that now, and we will see you, should be next Monday.
Later.
Hey guys, have a good one.